So is mine. Let's give the audience a good show. I'm live right now. It was Vorvuging. I'm live right now. If let's join. Let's cook these motherfuckers. Let's cook. Yes. Let's embarrass this motherfucker. I'll be glad to do it. Roast him in front of the audience. I'm live right now. What's up, get on kid?
Yo. I'm a little wasted right now, so be cautious. Well, I'm eating some cheese curds and double cheeseburger to sober up, but can't guarantee it's gonna help much. Awesome Kid is here.
What's good, everyone?
I'm drunk.
Well, you're about to witness some glory. You're about to witness some shit, get on kid.
Witness what?
I think I wouldn't want to ruin the surprise.
Just watch the show, grab your popcorn, and relax.
I got a double cheeseburger, so
Just watch the show. Entertainment.
what entertainment, dude?
It's a surprise. Just
Till then, I'm gonna pop up some. You know what? I'll play some Elden Ring. There's nothing to do tonight.
If this bitch boy kaiju hops on, I'll hold him off until his CEO comes, and it means CEO will embarrass him.
What? Okay, you. I don't get the whole story. I know. Kaiju got clapped by CEO, but I don't get the whole story. All right, both of y'all are muted, so.
basically, they were talking. I don't know. Michael Kaiju CEO was talking, and they got upset. And now he doesn't like black women, and he's not black or something. I don't know.
Black.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like black people?
Apparently, CEO. No, Kaiju doesn't like black girls.
So you don't like? He doesn't like black girls. Okay, that's
Yeah.
kind of interesting.
You know. Even though he called me an Uncle Tom, I call like black people niggers and stuff like that. But
Damn.
at least I like black girls. I love my black girls.
I don't mind black girls, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't mind them.
But I'm married, so I can't do shit anymore. All right, let's pop up some, Elden Ring. I just killed the fire giant for like the millionth time. Well, Carcast, it's Michael Sloan. I'm not shocked one bit.
Oh yeah, that happened too.
Damn, both of you. Ladies and gentlemen, now do you understand why I don't join the Discord? Y'all just be like blowing up.
Get over it, Carcast.
I don't even know.
Yo, what's up? What's up?
Yo,
Even TRL told you to get over it.
Hey, yo, so awesome kid. Who do you want Oregon to play?
Tennessee.
Okay.
Come on, Kaiju, I'm waiting.
Okay, yo, Carcast, can you shut the fuck up, dude? Like, seriously, like, because not only are you disrespecting Michael, but you're also disrespecting my kind when you say shit like that. All right. You think racism is a big deal in today's age? Go live in the fucking 1960s and see how bad it was. All right, racism isn't shit today, so please shut the fuck up about that, dude. Like, it's really annoying.
Agreed.
if you want to talk about homophobia, go live in the Middle East, bro.
Dude, I swear to God, bro. Like, this shit was 4 years ago.
And you know, kid, do you see why I those type of people are annoying to me?
What's wrong with me saying nigger? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what's wrong? I say nigga all the time.
No. Here's my problem.
All the time.
Here's my problem. Me, and this is, and TRL can agree. TRL can agree on this. We get crucified because people think we are the racists.
My God, damn, bro, y'all are soft.
I'm not trying to start like a whole argument between people or whatever, but dude, I swear to God, like, oh my gosh, if it were a black man killing a white man, y'all wouldn't talk about it, right? Shut the fuck up. Gosh,
True facts. It happens all the time.
Listen, I'm not saying what that cop did or whatever was good because it was bad, but it was 4 years ago. Like, y'all need to stop talking about it and just get over it. Like, goddamn. Like, don't we have bigger issues to talk about?
Yeah, bro. Like,
in the world?
Yeah.
Stop.
Like, and black people do not want to talk about gang violence, but that's a different story.
Damn.
But you know.
All right.
About us killing each other, but that's a different story, different conversation.
Hey, yo, Carcat, or no, not Carcat. Kaiju, don't be a bitch, bro.
Hey, yeah, yo, Kaiju,
What the
bro,
hell's
come on,
going
bro.
on? Okay, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
Dude. That's I don't know what's...
he had a run to Keek about the situation when
Oh my
Keek said that we
God,
don't
bro.
work with each other.
Wasn't like CEO gonna pop on here and like roast this? That's all I heard.
He's only hopping on if Kaiju's up. Like, bro, come on, Kaiju.
Well, we won the spotlight, bro. This is your spotlight, bro.
Oh, nothing.
Well,
Nothing. TOP. It's just fucking. Carcast was just being stupid in the Discord.
see, this is exactly why I don't join your all Discord, bro. Yeah,
Kaiju,
y'all
bro,
get too
come
wild.
I
on,
don't
bro.
blame you. I
This
don't
is what
blame
it
you.
is. You want the
Nigga, you
spotlight,
told me to
Kaiju.
join Discord, doofus. Like, bro, I don't got time for this nonsense. Like, bro. But whatever it is, it's got to get resolved right here and now. And that would be the best opportunity to do it. What does CEO have beef with? Okay, that I don't really know. They've been at it since yesterday.
They've been having it for like what?
Hey,
last
random
week?
Days ago.
Random editor. I think the question is who doesn't have beef with Kaiju.
Did I really? Who doesn't? Nah, get on kids. Discord is hilarious. Well, I'm good, bro. I got better things to do.
Boy, he's in the disc, boy. I know.
Is he online in the Discord?
I didn't know what Discord was until last year.
No, he's offline. Let me text that nigga, bro.
About Rashad. Yeah, he roasted Random Editor earlier on my channel about Rashad Bateman. That's about it. Well, I was doing the Ravens game.
CEO, type in the chat if you're watching.
Yo, editor, I saw that.
Oh, what's up, John Dre?
Yo, that random. I gotta agree with CEO. I don't know why you defend Bateman. Like,
Yo, I was in the chat listening, and
Oh.
what the hell is going on?
I don't know, John Jay. I don't know what's going on.
Hey, listen, I'm going to say this. I'm not on the Discord, not because I was not invited. I was invited 2 years ago. I just deleted my account. Now I don't know what's going on, but whoa,
I'm just as confused as you, John Jay. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
it's probably CTE on the Discord.
no, it's just
facts.
no, it's just Carcast and Kaiju always like to bring up the George Floyd situation and talk shit about white people. Like, shut the fuck up.
You know,
My God,
we shouldn't be doing any of that stuff. Period. We should be respecting everybody.
Well, let's not act like this isn't the first time they try to accuse me of being racist.
Well, I'm waiting till Kaiju and CEO pop on here to see what's up. And
Listen, I got 15 people in here, so I don't mind if I lose audience
There
over
are
this.
15 people in here. Kaiju, I know you're in here.
Now it just went 12.
Kaiju, I know Kaiju in here somewhere, bro.
Also,
I had 15 people in here at one point.
Also,
so.
I want to address it. Kaiju, I didn't say any shit about you, buddy. So I don't know why you're taking a shot at me.
I don't know either. Well, what did he say to you?
I have no idea.
Well, that's why I'm asking you.
I am so lost. I was at YTC. He was doing the Texans Chiefs game, and he's like, "I heard you, John Jay, were talking shit about me." I was like, "What?"
I was on the stream, but I didn't hear him say anything.
Yeah, Valix was the only one who was like, I don't know what was going on today. He was just like getting very personal on everyone today.
Yeah, Valix, I don't know what's gotten into that dude. He's been acting kind of freaky.
Okay, the way you said that is a little weird.
Wouldn't that be you, Michael?
Don't you agree? Like, the Valix we knew was chill, but since he came back, it's a different person.
Michael and Kaiju and Mike are the CT Demon twins.
Yep.
Automatic first down, Ohio State off of that face mask penalty.
So, Michael, Do you still hate Caleb Williams?
Yes, he does.
Yeah, he does.
I'm not gonna answer that, Georgia. You know.
And yes, you're gonna get that. You're gonna get that.
It's not his fault. It's his offensive line.
And
It is,
coaching.
but you're not. But you're not gonna get you're not gonna get any yes or no answers.
Nah, bro. Where's that Caleb jersey, bro? Where is it?
What
We know
until
you
the
have it.
Packers beat the Bears? Until the Bears beat the Packers, you're not gonna get it.
Oh, well, you already have it. But you just don't want to show us.
Then you're just gonna keep waiting, I guess.
All right, so you do have it. Okay, I get it.
Never said that.
Yeah, that's cap, bro. That's cap.
Oh, great. Doug Kramer is doubtful. How does a fullback get doubtful?
Probably got hurt in practice.
We're gonna be having Montez Sweat be doing the fullback shit, even though that would be cool.
All right, people. Kaiju versus CEO roast battle sounds like cinema.
No,
Well,
it's
we're waiting.
not. It's Super Bowl 48, man. Seahawks versus the Broncos. It won't be even close.
Stop bringing that up.
What you mean, bro? I had to deal with that too.
That's the only embarrassing Super Bowl. You can't tell me otherwise. Oh, what's up, Kaiju?
Oh, there he is.
Look who he is.
Hey, what's up, you racist?
Hey, what's
fuck?
up, little boy? What's up, little boy?
Like, you're a man child. You're not even built for
Oh,
nothing,
good.
all right?
Says
You
the
have
guy
to
that
have
ran to
CEO
peek on the
carrying
mic.
you every single day, Mike.
Says the guy that
You
ran
are
to
a
peek
fucking
on the
clown,
mic,
Mike.
snitching and being
No,
a
no,
bitch
it's real.
about
You
it.
are a fucking
No, you're
clown.
making my people look bad. You know
What
that
do you
really
mean I'm
irritates
making your
me.
people look bad? I ain't making nobody look bad. I'm just making
Yes,
you
you
look
are.
bad. I didn't
Yes, you
send it to
are.
Keek, Mike. I
Yes.
didn't send it to Keek. I was trolling. Right? I was just trolling. You took that shit too literally, all right?
Yeah, it just irritates me. Like people,
No.
people like you and
No.
Carcast
You were taking that shit really too seriously, Mike.
and
Like,
people
it's
like
not
you
even
and
that big of a
Carcast
deal. It
basically,
wasn't a big of a deal,
making our
Mike.
people look bad.
What do you mean our people look bad? Like, explain that to me.
My people.
Oh, you mean the whites?
Yes, you make us look bad. What did we do to y'all? What did we do to y'all?
A lot of things. I'm not
Well,
just talking
like-
about Mac. I was just talking about you, all right? Quit being a fucking baby about everything.
No, you being a baby. You cried
No,
over
you
a
were
fucking
literally
mod
being a
wrench.
baby
You
on the freaking
cried
Discord
over a
talking
mod
about
wrench.
that.
It ain't that
And you
fucking
cried
serious.
because you couldn't be on RJ's stream, all right?
You know what?
You cried because you wasn't on
here.
RJ's stream.
Yeah.
And
I
guess
just-
what? Yeah,
you know.
okay then. We made comprehension. All right. That means that you want to be on RJ's stream. You made pointless videos, and guess what? You still wasn't on. Right?
And guess what, Kaiju? I've been on more times than you have.
And you got bodied. All right. You got bodied by the chat.
Just like you.
I'm like, you
Even
get bodied by
Brandon. Even
everybody.
Brandon feels bad for you.
And he feels bad for you. He don't like you. Matter of fact, where was this energy with Jones, Mike? That's what I want to know.
You haven't been paying attention lately. Ever since the Bears season's gone south, I want an explanation.
Yeah, because you're too scared of him. That's why.
No, I'm not scared. I'm not scared
Yeah,
of
you're
him,
scared of him.
and I'm
Mike.
not scared of you.
Mike, no one
You're
takes
scared
you
of
seriously on the
CEO.
Discord. Mike.
Listen.
No
From now on,
no, I
Kaiju,
don't have to listen to you. you
whenever you get on the Discord,
all right, now go wear
me
your diapers.
and
all right?
CEO are gonna harass you. Oh,
That's
he said,
scary,
"Give me
Mike.
5 minutes." Yeah,
So now CEO.
don't worry, Kaiju. When CEO
now
gets on
CEO's
here,
the bitch
I'll
now?
get a
You
real
gotta do as he
show.
says now, huh?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hey, don't leave, country.
Oh, don't worry.
Yo, random editor, how do you win $240? What the fuck?
Damn.
Dang, bro.
It's good money.
Money's money.
Yep.
Mike is just mad because I bodied him. That's all.
No, you didn't body him. You didn't body me.
Yes, I did. So you run to CEO like the
Awesome
bitch
kid.
you are.
Awesome kid.
What's up? What's up, bro?
Who won? Who won? Me or Kaiju?
Why you put me in there? I mean,
Because
be
you're in
honest-
the Discord. You're in
I
the
mean-
Discord. Same with
I
TRL.
mean, to be honest, bro, Michael is
He
like
doesn't
what?
give a Awesome kid doesn't.
Yeah, we don't. What? Michael's like 11-0. This is from CEO against you. So I'm just saying. That's what I heard.
We got 25 people in here. Let's hit that like button if y'all are in it.
Damn.
Oh no!
Wow.
I'm about to get embarrassed.
All right. This was weird.
Yeah, bro.
Michael, what did he do to upset you?
I don't know what
Well, because I sent the screenshot about George Floyd. He was going to step on my neck like George Floyd.
the fuck.
That's what he put.
Kaiju. Kaiju, you admit you don't like your
I'm
own
not
people.
sure whoever. I'm not.
Yeah, okay, you got the screenshot.
Oh man.
Okay, what do you want me to do about it then?
I know that's what it was all
Exactly.
about. Mike, you do realize I was just trolling, right?
That's not a troll if you really think about it.
I don't know how to react to that.
Michael, I didn't send it to Keek, all right?
Oh my god.
Well,
Wait, you
hold
said
on,
the
hold on. Wait a
said the
second.
What does Geek have to do with that? The fuck?
Dude, Keek is first of all, he's not Michael's boy, he's my boy. No disrespect, Mike. I don't want you
None taken.
to
None
send
taken.
anything to him because that you want to know what he's gonna do. He's gonna message me. He said, "What's going on with Michael's friends? And why are they sending me disgusting stuff?" I don't want.
I
I
only
don't want.
texted him once. But John, all I texted him was I said good game to him, right? I said good game because the week 10, when the Patriots played the Bears, I said, hey, good game, if you remember me.
Oh
Well, you sent it to Carcast, and Carcast sent it to him, probably.
Like, it's not that serious.
Oh my goodness.
yeah, nothing serious, but for whatever the reason, it's blown out of proportion.
And y'all, and then, how many minutes has it been?
I don't know.
I don't know. Damn, I'm surprised you even keep track of time.
I can't believe that.
He'll probably have to set up his studio because the dude
I
got.
can't believe that kid is 17 years old playing for high. For a wide receiver.
Hey, people in here, let's hit that like button if you want CEO versus Kaiju, and I will also be in there.
Disclaimer for those who are watching: if you don't know what's going on, it is the host who does not know what he's doing. This is
It's the
supposed to be.
CTA. It's the
It's
Super
supposed
Bowl.
to be a college football game, and all we're doing is arguing with another. So, disclaimer: CTE is your fault.
let's be honest.
Well, basically, John Jay, the reason
be
why
all right,
I
we all
said,
know we all know Tennessee is going to get their asses kicked today. All right, we all know that. So let's get that out of the way.
well, the reason why I wanted to talk to John Jay is because that he said
Yo,
YTC. Wait. YTC said that you and Sentinel was talking behind my back. That's all I want to know.
What?
Hold on. Wait
That's
a
what
second.
YTC said.
YTC
here we
would
go.
never do that. He would never say that I was talking shit about you.
The guy on screenshot.
Well,
Oh my god.
What?
Oh my.
oh crap.
Oh my god.
YTC, where you at? Accusations. Accusations.
Here we go.
The only thing I say to you, man, is that your Longhorns are ass and your football team is ass. That's about it.
I mean, he ain't wrong there.
And I don't even know you that well, like Michael. You and Michael know each other's lives very well.
Apparently.
So anyway, I don't know what CEO is gonna say, but it's been a while since I've seen him. They're talking just like voice like this. Hey,
Oh, we're gonna have a roast battle. That's why.
Roast battle.
No disrespect.
Bro, it's gonna be a Super
I don't really
Bowl.
know you too well, but CEO has a bit of an edge. Maybe I'm just biased.
No, it's gonna be 34-7, Super Bowl 2001, bro.
But besides all of that, my team is ass. Hopefully, we beat the Dolphins, which is
My team is ass.
Hey, your team's going to the playoffs, man. I'll be lucky to be in your shoes right now.
Whoop-de-doo.
I would love to be in their shoes right now, not having a losing season since what I was in diapers. Like, fuck out of here, bro.
Whoop-de-doo. The standard is the standard.
Listen, I'm not trying to troll you or disrespect, but Valix used to do hangouts, and there was a guy who was named Trey Smith who was all Boston.
Hey,
And for whatever the reason, he brought some good knowledge. Mike Tomlin is a great regular season coach, but since that win in the his last appearance in the Super Bowl, Mike Tomlin, for whatever the reason, is just a choker in the playoffs.
We got cheated, and even Godonkin knows it.
I still debate if both feet were really on. Like, it was very close. But just like the rule is, if you cannot find any evidence to overturn it, they stand with the call on the field.
in today's NFL, I would have been out of bounds.
Yeah.
Today's.
So, Michael, why do you fight with everybody, man?
You should be asking the same thing. Kaiju got jumped. Speak of the devil.
Kaiju, you're a fucking hoe. Why do you got everyone's conversations in your phone like a bitch? Explain yourself.
I agree. I mean, don't everybody have that?
Why do you got all the men's conversations in your phone more than you got females in your fucking phone, bitch?
Yeah, I agree.
Michael has it.
No. I'm not talking about Michael. I'm talking about the fact.
Michael has the same
why are you
thing,
going around?
right?
Why are you going around talking about YTC said this and that like a bitch? Are you a bitch?
No, because I just want to know what's going on. That's all.
No, nothing is going on. Where you talking about? Oh, this
and
nigga
plus,
said
it was a
behind my back
troll.
like a
I
bitch.
told Michael that I didn't send it to Keek on the mic. I was just trolling. All right.
Listen. No. Fuck all the trolling, Kaiju. You wanted me, now you got me, nigga. What you got to say?
I want you.
What you got to say?
I wasn't even thinking about you, to be honest with you.
No, Kaiju, because that's not what you.
It all started because
that's not what you was doing in the Discord.
On that week when
that's not what you were doing in the
Ravens
Discord.
And they lost.
That's
you
not
guys
what you were
had
doing
an
in the
advantage.
Discord.
That's the reason why I told you about Lamar Jackson when he lost. All right, that's all what happened.
Kaiju,
and
what's wrong?
You
Kaiju,
wanted to attack Josh, and RJ.
Kaiju, what's wrong with your voice?
For about a whole month.
Kaiju, what's wrong with your voice?
Ain't nothing wrong with my voice.
Why do you sound like an effeminate black bitch? Why do you sound
like
a female?
All right.
Why do you sound like a fat? Like, let me. This is Mike's channel, so let me be a little more, civil here. Why do you sound like a homosexual? How about that?
And why do you sound like Shakira with a man voice changing?
That makes no sense. You always claim I got a voice changer. I don't got a voice changer.
Oh, you sound like you're using a voice changer.
You know why? Now. You know why, Kaiju? Because this is the voice of a man. You have the voice of a
CEO. You ain't no man, bro.
You have the voice of an effeminate black man. You have the voice of an effeminate black man.
You have to attack RJ for no reason.
No reason. What you talking about? Why are you bringing RJ? I'm talking about you, Kaiju. You fat fuck. All right. Why tell me something? Instead of Kaiju, instead of saving Kaiju, that's the only Kaiju, instead of saving all these conversations, why don't you actually get a second job so you can pay an orthodontist to fix your fucking teeth? That's what I want to know. Your teeth going all directions. No. Kaiju. You just got told, Kaiju. You just got told by a female. Well, hold up, Kaiju. You just got told by a female that Mike looks better than you. How does that make you feel? Someone said that Michael
we don't even know if
looks
that female
better
was
than
real.
you.
We don't even know how she looked like.
It doesn't matter what she looks like. A female said that Mike looks better than you.
I don't even know if that was a female.
How about you get a second job? How about you get a second job? All right. You save up money so you can fix those snargly ass teeth.
Bro, that was back when I was in high school. All right.
You got them probably fixed?
Probably I got them fixed. I got them fixed.
Yo, you got them fixed. How did you? So I'm assuming you did something about your face, nigga.
Yes, I did that too.
Oh, okay. So you hired a plastic surgeon to fix your face?
Hey, no, we ain't hiring no plastic surgeon.
Because apparently you didn't have enough money saved to fix your fucking voice because you sound like a fag. All right.
Listen. I'm not going to take nothing from the guy who uses
listen.
Like
look at that shit.
Right?
Look at that shit. Look at your fucking teeth, nigga. How can you wake up in the morning and look at that shit? Look at your fucking face. This ain't doxing, nigga. This is your face. Is this your face?
No, I don't. No, it's not. I lied.
Oh, no, you lied. That's not you. Okay. All right. Listen. All right. First of all, it's not doxing because you're not relevant enough on fucking search engines for anyone to look you up. That's one.
And neither are you, but.
And second of all, well, actually, that's false. And second of all, explain your teeth. Why is one going on the right and the left? They look like they're trying to escape your stank ass breath.
I don't know. I told you I was going to get some wisdoms out.
I can't with this voice. Does anyone else hear this nigga's voice, or is it just me?
You're just mad because I clapped you on that day, so now you have to resort to this.
I clapped you on that day. I can't even mimic your voice. Kaiju, I can't even mimic your voice without cracking. Like that's how horrible your voice sounds. Why do you sound like? I'm sorry, but did you have any male role models in your life? That's what I want to know.
Yes, I do.
Okay, and why didn't they tell you to put some bass in your fucking voice?
Because this is the way I sound, right?
Are you
sound funny? No, I was told I would sound funny, all right?
Are you trans by any, are you trans?
No.
Kaiju, listen, this is going to get real bad for you, all right? So I'm going to need to do one thing. You're either going to have to stop. First of all, the whole gossiping bullshit is corny. All right.
I wasn't gossiping. Thank you very much.
Yes, you were. You were gossiping like a bitch.
I wanted to know what was going on.
There. I want to know what was going on. So I'm gonna harass John Jay and the other nigga that I don't know about.
I wasn't harassing John Jay. I asked him a simple question.
No, simple question. First of all, you went on this nigga's stream to ask some irrelevant ass question about something that pertains to nothing. Are you stupid, Kaiju? Are you retarded?
Listen.
Listen what?
To know what was going on because that's what YTC said. All right, this ain't no gossip,
nigga. Because that's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like to me.
I ain't no gossiper.
I ain't no bro. You have galleries filled with people's conversation and screenshots. What the fuck are you talking about?
I mean, don't Michael have the same thing too? So what's the big deal?
No. First of all, Michael's situation is it is a little weird. I ain't gonna lie, but that's mostly
don't
just
have pictures of me. Remember how he used to Photoshop my face?
Yo, I'm sorry.
And then he berated me.
I can't get over this voice. Kaiju, are you sick or something? Because I'm just serious. Is this your natural voice?
And what if it is? All right.
It sounds like you have something lodged in your throat.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Listen, Kai. Where's my white flags, bitch?
Your what?
Where are my white flags?
I don't know. How about you delete your local McDonald's and then I'll probably give it to you. All right.
Okay. Well, repeat that. What did you say? Because that didn't make sense. Repeat that.
I said your local McDonald's off your phone. All right. And then when you're gonna clap Brandon.
Okay. All right. Well, so this fat heifer, right? This fat heifer below me has the nerve to talk about weight. Let's Michael, can you bring up Exhibit A real quick? Hey, yo, Michael, you there?
Yeah, I'm there. I'm just going through. Just keep him busy.
Yeah, listen, Kaiju.
But what the fuck is this? Like a tag team of what the fucker?
No,
like you literally showing random pictures of someone. And matter of fact, that mask is me. But why are you showing pictures of me?
You know that's a
question.
good topic of conversation. What possessed you to put on this dumb shit?
It's just a mask.
Oh, no. What? Because I know. Listen, I know you have a little. You have some kind of issue. I know what that is. But what possessed you to put on that dumbass mask? You look like a retard.
Basically, I was going to do contact with it.
Wait, you're telling me, right, that you're mad at Michael for bringing up a photo of you, but you were going to do public content on YouTube, portraying yourself as this dumbass on the right.
I mean, it's just a mask and a hoodie.
No. Kaju, how do you not see how dumb you look? Look at this shit. And second of all, okay, what's with the whole you're trying to pin Mike as a racist? Mike may be dumb, but he's not racist. So stop with that.
I was just trolling him. I told you that from the beginning. I said I didn't send the key. All right, so calm down.
This is the messages, by the way, people, from that girl Awesome Kid sent. Keep them busy, CEO. I'll show one more,
You see this is the type of
keep
shit
them
that
busy.
we talking about. This is the kind of shit I was talking about.
Yo, someone said, "Is that P Diddy?" Shit. See, nah, this isn't the same attitude you got on Discord, Kaji. You're, I'm trolling, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Well, how do you do? First of all, Michael, how do you get all these pictures?
I have Discord on my computer.
Did you publicly put these pictures available, Kaju, on the internet?
No.
Then how did he have access to them?
Because you guys showed that same picture.
No, Kaju, do you have a public profile on the internet and you posted these pictures? Yes or no?
No, I didn't.
So you're telling me you don't have an Instagram where you posted these pictures?
No, I deleted them.
All right, so you can't be upset if someone pulls up your Instagram and shows these pictures, because is this you, by the way?
No.
Okay, good thing, because this is a fat heifer with man titties. So hopefully that's not you. You know what I'm saying? Because that would be very unfortunate if this fat heifer with man titties is you. All right, Kaju,
bro, this is really gay. All right, this is
I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying. Like,
like y'all showing pictures of me. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, well, wait, you just said it wasn't you. This is you?
No, I ain't.
Oh, okay. So what's the problem?
Why y'all showing pictures of a random man? That's what I want to know.
I know. Oh, okay. So this random man apparently doesn't look as good as Michael, according to this female. Isn't that very unfortunate, Kaju?
No, so why are you all of a sudden glazing Michael all of a sudden?
I'm not glazing Michael. I'm just talking facts.
All for a whole week. You've been glazing him for a whole week.
Kaju. I'm just asking you questions.
You've been glazing for a whole week because you got bodied.
Just asking. Wait, hold up, Kaju. Bodied by what and who?
I bodied you that day. All right.
You have not bodied anything.
You were going after people.
You have not bodied anything. Don't even use that terminology, Kaju. Don't even use that terminology, because you have not bodied anything in your life. Like the only thing you bodied is a bag of hot Cheetos. That's the only thing you bodied in your life. So don't even start.
I suppose that you enjoy your great grains or something.
Hold up. Great Grains is a healthy, nutritious cereal
I know
option.
you obsessed with
you
me.
out here
I
with fat titties on the internet.
All right, why you think everybody like
Michael,
Brandon
can you go back?
owns you? All right,
go back, Michael. Go back, Michael.
Go back. Nothing.
Go back, Michael. Go back, because this dumbass hasn't learned his lesson apparently. So go back. Go back. All right, because he's upset, right? Go back to the previous picture of this dumbass with the do-rag. All right, go. So he's mad that we're showing pictures of him, because you posted this on the internet thinking, oh shit, man, I look real good with your pink phone. All right, with your Caleb Williams phone. So you thought this was a good idea. So you're mad
Definitely
at us.
that's gold. Thank you very much.
Okay, so you're mad at us, right? Or Michael, for looking at your public profile, getting photos from your public profile, but you decided to wake up, put on a white shirt that is 2 sizes too small, all right, stained from all the KFC you be eating in the back of your pickup truck, all right, and then you decided to go in your bathroom. By the way, clean your bathroom; it's a fucking mess, all right.
That's not me.
There's something called Windex. All you got to do is wipe down the window before you take a picture. Second of all, bathroom pictures are outdated, all right. Third of all, you sat there thinking you look real good. Look at you. Look how dumb you look. This looks real nice of you putting that shit in public. Do you think a girl was just gonna pass on the internet and say, "Oh, this nigga looks real good"? Is that what you thought, nigga?
Bro, what the fuck is going on?
No. What's going on with you, Kaiju? That's what I want to know.
Ain't nothing going on with me.
Kaiju, you seem to be real quiet right now. You have no defense as to why you put this shit on the internet.
Because maybe it's not me, if you ever think about it.
Well, I told you multiple times, and you seem to be stuttering back and forth. So obviously, it's either you or someone you know. So which one is it?
Hey, Kaiju, haven't I taught you about karma before? Because this is for New Year's Eve, bitch.
And by the way, yeah, and you have this habit, right, of bringing in family members to roast sessions. How many times did I tell you to stop doing that shit?
I mean, haven't Michael always talked about my father 24/7?
I mean, to be fair, you brought up his cousin first, so that's why.
We always used to joke about his cousin. So what's the big deal?
No, listen.
And plus, you was laughing at the joke, so explain that.
No, first of all, I never laughed at the joke.
Explain why you was laughing at the joke.
I never laughed at the joke.
Right, and that's one. Yes, you did, bro. Yes,
Kaiju.
You was laughing at the joke.
Kaiju. I have never
Everybody was laughing at the joke.
Whoa, hold on, right? Kaiju, hold on.
You told
I have
Michael to shut the
never
fuck
laughed
up
at anything that came out of your fat mouth. Kaiju, I have never laughed at any content that came out of your fat mouth. Listen. I may have laughed at you in terms of you being a ridiculous person, but I've never laughed at anything that came out of your fat mouth. All right,
no,
that's one.
Actually,
so stop spreading the bullshit. So stop spreading the bullshit. All right. No, there ain't no multiple times, you dumb fuck. All right.
No, you actually have. And then you told Mike to shut the fuck up and quit crying, and when he left that Discord.
No, listen. You brought up. You know what you did, and I'm not going to bring it up on this public forum, but you know damn well what you did, you dumb fuck, Kaiju, and I told you multiple times to stop doing it, and you haven't learned your fucking lesson, all right? So you better learn your fucking lesson, or this boot is going to be on your neck forever, all right? You dumb fuck.
So technically, all this started because of the cousin picture that I only showed in Discord.
We have rules in the Discord, and you're not following the fucking rules. How many times do I have to tell you about the fucking rules?
Over here trolling about my father 24/7, calling my mom a crackhead. Yeah, that's all right.
No, that's not all right. But hold up.
Let it be my father. I'll get crucified. No. Let me tell you something.
No.
Let
me tell you something.
Right? And you keep saying that my father left me.
Hold up.
Am I supposed to take that? Am I supposed to take that?
Wait. Listen here.
No, ain't no way.
Wait, hold up. Listen here, you fat bitch. All right, because I'm tired of you. You're low into your fucking low IQ. I'm sick of it. When you talk shit about somebody's family members and they do something in retaliation, which is what Michael did, that's what's going on. You started the shit. Shut the fuck up. So you started the shit. Shut the fuck up. I've been told you multiple times, and I told Michael too, to stop that shit, and you haven't been doing it.
But Michael's been going after me. You even saw the screenshots that I put in the Discord when he wasn't there, all right?
Nigga, you're talking in fucking circles. You're talking in fucking circles because you realize that you're a fat clown.
Because you ain't answering my question.
That you realize that you're a fat clown who has no standing, who has no fucking standing.
All right,
no,
this guy literally photoshopped my head, and he started back doing it for no reason.
Whoa, okay, yeah, that's fair. Whoa, hold on.
You call that clapping?
Yeah, I mean, you're horrible at roasting. You can't roast shit. You haven't roasted shit in your whole fucking life.
RJ is horrible at roasting, huh?
Whoa, when did I bring up RJ? The fuck?
He's my teacher, right?
He hasn't taught you shit, nigga. He just uses that as a joke. He hasn't taught you shit because you're retarded. No one can teach you shit because you're stupid. I hope you realize that. So no, what's his name? He hasn't been teaching you. RJ has not been teaching you shit. You're just retarded.
You just got mad in your feelings. That's what happened.
No, Kaju. Because
yes,
you really
all this started
wait,
because you got your feelings that day.
You disappoint me, Kaju, because you're so incredibly retarded you're so incredibly unaware of your surroundings and the context of anything around you that it just blows my mind. And it honestly, it kind of does piss me off because I have never met, apart from Michael, I've never met someone as dumb as Michael, and I think you even surpassed that point. And that shit is mad annoying. All right.
Maybe because that you were getting clowned a lot.
Well, hold up. Me getting clowned a lot. Who clowned me?
Yes, you was.
Who clowned me?
I did. Remember?
Doing what? How did you clown me? Okay. You know what? Since you clown me so well, do it right now. Go ahead and roast.
I even called you a fucking fat heifer. Go eat your grass. All right, that's the only vegetable you'll ever have.
Go eat my grass. What clever comeback? Oh, CEO, you look like Donkey from fucking Shrek. That's your comebacks. Oh, I'm a lumberjack, and
you look like a donkey too.
I'm a lumberjack, right? And I'm gonna take my axe and cut you down. That's your fucking great grand. So hold on,
Matter of fact, I even heard rumors that you don't even clean up your own house. That's sad.
Wait, Kaju. How are you? Wait, hold up,
Kaju. Do handiwork.
Kaju. How are you talking about my house? Michael, don't
handiwork.
Michael, bring back the picture. Bring back the picture, Mike. Don't leave the picture. No one told you to take the picture off the screen. Leave it on. Why are you talking about anything?
I have something that I just wanted to show everybody. This
Michael,
Kaiju.
Yeah, Michael, go back. Why are you talking about cleanliness and hygiene when you can't even clean the fucking mirror in your own fucking bathroom? That's what I want to know. Why are you even talking about this? You got specks on your fucking window from God knows what. From God knows what the fuck that is.
You see, this is the type of shit I'm talking about.
I mean, this is you right now. You're a fucking clown. And by the way, Michael, bring up the original photo so I have to go scrolling because you're taking me off topic. Jesus fucking Christ. Listen, Kaji, listen. Stop being a fucking dumbass. Okay, can you do that for us?
And how am I being a dumbass? Just give me an example. How? Is it because that I clapped you and you got mad?
Clap, bro. You're fuck. Look at that shit, bro. You can't even clean your fucking window. And your jokes are fucking mad corny, talking about I look like Shrek or Donkey. What the fuck is that shit? This isn't the fucking 5th grade, nigga. The fuck is wrong with you? Wake up. You know what's sad? Yeah, and by the way, I love how you talk about with your titty milk. Isn't that your fucking fat ass titties on the screen right now?
Get my titty milk. Listen, CEO.
Yeah. Now CEO. It's not funny when your fat ass titties are on the screen. Now is it?
For what? You did all this just to get the get back. That's sad.
You should have waved those. You should have waved those white flags. Now you look like a clown.
Hey, Kaiju, you really think we're done here?
Mike, do you really want me to get on you too?
Kaiju, shut the fuck up. Yeah, that's all you got to say, Kaiju? Is that all you got to say?
No.
This is for New Year's Eve. Payback's a bitch, ain't it?
All right, I'm done with this clown. Fuck you, nigga. And I'll see you in the Discord. Next time you talk shit, it's your ass.
That was an ass whooping. That was rape. That was rape.
Jesus Christ.
That was Super Bowl 48, Super Bowl 2000, Super Bowl, the Patrick Mahomes and Buccaneers Super Bowl. That was that too. Yeah, that was just an ass whooping.
Oh, 3 touchdowns! Wow, this shit was going on.
Damn. So Kaiju, what do you got to say now?
So Kaiju,
the fact that you guys have pictures of me.
I don't.
You don't kid. Now I can see why that you hide your face.
I mean it's common sense. Why would you even show your pictures like that in public?
I know how you look like.
Well, people feel.
You're literally. You're literally. Well, hold up. You're literally on record in the Discord having 2 photos, one with my face and one next to Sheen from Jimmy Neutron.
Whoa!
Damn, okay, I didn't know that.
What did he do to you?
No, I was just roasting.
That's not a roast. That's being a fucking retard, okay?
You know what? I think this Patriots fan is an instigator. That's the definition of instigating.
Speaking of that, 30-17.
Well,
Oh,
Kaiju,
you're talking about the Patriots losing. Oh, I get it.
Well, Kaiju, what have we learned?
Yeah, that you guys had to jump me.
Huh?
Well, not you guys. It's just that I learned that Michael can't fight his battles for himself.
I don't know what to say.
Maybe some things are better left unsaid.
Yes.
You know.
Just like the Patriots, your roasting sucks. That's a joke.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Anyway, Michael, do you
Only
still
thing
hate
it's
Caleb
roasting.
Williams?
Damn, why does every game I stream have to be a blowout in college football?
I don't know. Why do we have to watch?
Thank God I didn't stream the SMU versus Penn State. Penn State murdered SMU.
I don't know. I don't know why, Michael. I don't know why we have to watch trash ass Duke football.
And Cal's much better. You lost to a random team called UN whatever.
Okay, my team lost. All right, my team lost. But at the end of the day, well, my college is more prestige when it comes to football compared to your school, which is only
Fucking
a basketball school.
Yeah, we'll take
Name one Duke football player that is a legend in the NFL.
Hey, yeah. So, Michael, in that case, since every game you stream's a blowout, stream ASU in Texas when we kick Texas ass. All right, there you go.
An awesome kid. That Oregon Funeral stream is still scheduled.
Man, fuck you, nigga.
What did Oregon do?
I'm not really an Illinois fan, but I root for them to win.
Well, they were the biggest fraudulent team in this year. They've never been good. I don't know how they were in the top 10.
Oh, we left.
Who left?
Kaiju.
The Patriots fan.
Oh. Yo, Kaiju, delete all your Instagram photos, bro.
I'll say this.
Before you slip up again.
It's too late. Michael has them forever.
No, wait.
Oh, boy.
I'll say this. The beginning of their argument was somewhat entertaining, and then it just eventually led to a fucking disgusting L from Kaiju.
That was for New Year's Eve.
Anyway.
I don't even know what that means, but all right.
If you know, you know.
I completely forgot about that stream, but okay.
Hey, man.
He almost threw a pick right there.
You guys waste your time on that Discord arguing back and forth.
That's why I don't join. It's just a waste of time.
You can mute your notifications. Because I know Kaiju is gonna, I know Cios is gonna keep going at Kaiju.
All right, y'all have
fun.
Man,
that's probably worse. That's probably worse than CEO clapping Notorious. That's probably worse.
Listen, the only thing I'm gonna agree to what CEO said, because everything else is so irrelevant to me. Michael, you're not a bad dude, and you did slip up because I was there. You did slip up. You said something. I hope you learned from it, and I hope you never say it again.
I haven't said it since that day.
I'm just saying that, hopefully you learn from it and you never say it again. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, because everyone has had a moment where they said, "Oops, I said something I should not have said."
Everyone has them. Everyone has those moments.
Yep.
Do I have
say anything?
I have to tell this to my audience. Are you all entertained now?
No, they're not
no.
entertained.
No.
No one
Not very
cares.
fun.
Man, I thought Tennessee would put more of a fight, man. What is this?
49 seconds,
Me
43
too.
touchdowns.
I thought Tennessee. It's only
Dude,
the first quarter, so you never know.
Dude, SMU put up a better fight today than Kaiju.
I did not see the game. I saw it on YouTube.
I was gonna stream it, but the only reason why I canceled it because I wanted YTC to have that slot.
Anyway, well, in a more happier note, this was the first time in 10 years I coached at a college gym, and it was fun. It was super early my time. Everybody else is probably in the 12 o'clock range, but it was so cool to coach in a collegiate area. And that was just a community college, but it was fun. It felt like a pro, and my kids enjoyed it every moment. Yep, we won again. So,
you know, John, I could see you being involved in an athletic department at Cal. To be honest, that would be your go-to collegiate level. Cal.
Yeah.
It's always been on the back of my mind, but I do want to coach my former high school basketball team one day.
Yeah. I don't know how it is because every state is different, but the best way to get into a high school program, which I learned, was help out with the team.
Don't mean to interrupt, but I can't wait for Captain America, New World Order.
Another movie of that? How many did they make?
Didn't they just make one not too long ago?
Yeah, but they're trying to make Falcon the new Captain America.
Yeah, of
They
course
already
it would
did
be
an
on that
Endgame.
woke shit.
Falcon? Who the heck is a Falcon?
The only
Falcon was
superhero in the Marvel thing, or one.
Falcon is one of the first black superheroes created in the 1960s. He was his own superhero. He wasn't a fucking sidekick to
I know,
Captain
like
America.
every day I learn more and more how many superheroes are there. I used to think it was just like the main, guys like Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Spider-Man. But as I have seen in many superhero trailer movies, there's so many, of course, and then different universe. Like I learned about DC and Marvel, so it's just so much to keep up. I don't know how they.
You would love Shazam, John. You would love Shazam.
I saw. When did that movie come out? With
2019.
Zachary Levi or whatever his name.
Yeah, Zachary Levi played the Shazam.
So in 2020, really 2021, I don't know what year. I watched it on demand because it was available on my cable, and so I watched it. And because the guy did a show called Chuck about like some nerd guy with the CIA, and so that's all I know about him. Didn't really like the show, but and I've heard the term Shazam in many variations, and so I watched it, and then I looked up the history of the character, and I was like, wait a second, it makes a lot of sense how the person is like super powerful, can fly and do a lot of things because it's a lot of from a lot of mythical like gods, things like that. So it makes a lot of sense. Like the original superheroes before everything was the Greek gods, like the Homer, the Hercules. Those were the original. And then of course after the war, World War II, all these writers started to create these type of characters, and they all come from the original, which is basically the Greek gods. Also the Roman gods are not really talked about too much. The planets
are all based on the Greek gods.
Yeah. And so the Roman gods are not the Greek gods, but their own variations. And again, they go back over. That's why the planets are named after gods. Anyway.
But just to get your thing on about the gods, Detective Comics, in their universe, the Greek gods exist. Hera exists. Hades exists. these are all like Greek gods. So
Josh Johnson. I don't know if John Jay would like Deadpool. I don't know.
The one with Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah, that one.
It's more like humorous to me. Like I've watched the first one. I don't know how many people say
There's 3.
I saw the first one, and Ryan Reynolds is a really good like when it comes to his delivery of his jokes. Now I don't know if people like him, and so it doesn't feel like a superhero movie. It's more like humor.
Well, technically
what,
4 movies,
what
but we
super
don't want
movie
to.
do you like a lot? That wasn't necessarily made before 2000.
All right, guys, I'm about to go play 2K with RJ and Brandon. So,
All right, man, have fun.
Okay.
All right. And awesome kid, quit being scared and get
No,
the.
no, nigga,
Damn.
fuck you, man. And fuck the Suns.
All right.
Fuck the Suns.
Damn.
Yeah, well, fuck you too. So,
Sounds K. Sounds K.
motherfucker, grow up. All right, see y'all
What do
later.
you mean? Oh, whoa, you're barely.
Whoa.
Okay.
Two Cardinal fans arguing. Let's see.
I think. See, I don't know enough about what like movie stuff you're interested in to give you a good recommendation.
See, I didn't watch a lot of movies growing up. Like I remember there was a program called Friday Night Fun with the SF Recreation Parks Department where they took underprivileged kids to Warrior games, Giants games on Friday nights. We went to Malibu, which is like a
race car place. Yeah, I've been there. It's in Redwood City.
Of course, we would go to the theaters, and it wasn't many times we would go to the theaters. I do remember when I was a kid, my friend on a VHS tape had the Batman movies that came out in the late 80s and 90s. And just like I always have a rule of thumb because I've learned the first movies are always the best, and then like the other variations lose their quality. And so I watched that. I'm trying to remember. My older brother and my other, siblings were huge into the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So whatever they watched, I watched.
Then technically Batman '89 is one of your favorite superhero movies.
Yeah. That's why I remember when I saw the McDonald's movie that came out, I was like, wait a second. This dude looks like an older variation of the Bat. And then I realized it was him. It took me a while to realize, dude, that movie came out in the late 80s. And so that's why.
June 23rd, 1989.
And then in 2004, there was a TV show because I didn't have cable on that. ABC had like a kids program. And there was the Dino Thunder like Power Rangers, basically from the original one of the main characters. Apparently, I found out a year ago he passed away.
Dennis. Ohio State got the first down on a 4th and 4. It looked like they might have fucked it up.
I didn't know Ohio State was going to play this good, but anyway, it is what it is.
Yeah, I know.
And so it was called Power Rangers Dino Thunder. So I don't know if that's considered superhero. I know it's based off Japan.
I'm talking about more like superheroes. Superhero is an American-made property. It's American.
Oh, we got a Tennessee player down.
Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, all made by Americans.
In 2003, I think Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. I wanted to see that.
That's a classic.
So
yeah, you know some good ones.
And I know my buddy took me to watch the Star Wars in 2007 or 2008, where the guy becomes a Darth Vader. So
okay.
I don't know if that's considered.
It's considered fantasy. It's not considered a superhero.
Let's see.
It's in the same like area as Lord of the Rings, Star Wars. They're very similar.
Yeah, I'll be completely honest. I was never fortunate enough to go watch a lot of movies growing up. When I did watch certain movies, it wasn't too many superhero movies because it was just picked in random when we went. So I know in the 2010s, a lot of my friends invited me to watch Let's see that in the mid 2000s, a new version of the Batman came out, The Dark Knight.
Yeah,
I saw all three of them.
mm-hmm.
Let's see. My buddy got me into in 2017, 2018, a show called Arrow on the CW.
Yeah, I've heard of that. Pretty good.
Like the first couple of seasons, I really enjoyed it, but then as more seasons, the quality went down, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish the writers would have done a better job to keep me intrigued. So I don't even watch it no more because the quality went so bad.
Yeah. One of the reasons I can never get into the show Smallville, which is like a young adult show for based on the adventures of Superman before he graduated high school and all that stuff. It just wasn't like compelling to me. I don't care about an entire show dedicated to Clark and his high school years. I'm more interested in him as Superman. So.
Mm-hmm.
God, what a fucking come on, Tennessee, do something. It's like the dead horse poking emoji. Do something.
See, I thought Tennessee was the better team, even though they were ranked one spot below Ohio State. But again, Ohio State is one of those teams in their conference that the best players go to, and so
that's why they call
John. Like Ohio State looks like they're a dominant team in one game, and then the game like they did with Michigan, they look kind of fraudulent.
I don't see winning the title. I don't see them winning the title. I got a feeling it might be Oregon and Georgia.
I got Georgia winning it.
Dude, it'd be so hilarious if a former Pac-12 school wins the first ever 12-team playoff.
That would be awesome.
It'll be really pissed. It would piss me off even more because last year Washington made it. I know, of course, Michigan is in a higher class, but if another former Pac-12 schools, imagine if they could just calm down and work together to get a TV deal that would work for them in the short run, and then look at it in 2026, 2027, when all the television, deals expire, and then the Pac-12 could have got a bigger chunk of change. The problem is that with streaming now, we're also going to see college football games going in the Netflix route, the Amazon, the Apple TV. And the Pac-12 was like, we know that's going to be a thing in the next couple of years, but we want our games to be on those free television networks. And so the Pac-12, again, the reason why they destroyed itself is that back in 2017, when they were able to bring in Texas Tech, Texas, TCU, the California schools said, nope, their academics is not what our standards are. And so the Pac-12 caved, and it pissed off everybody else. It pissed off Colorado. It pissed off Utah. Of course, it pissed off Oregon State, Washington State. It pissed off the Arizona schools because they're like, wait a second. All that stereotype about, your state, you guys feel better, you're superior. And that's when the Pac-12 lost the respect because of 4 teams. 2 of them play for the Big Ten, and 2 decided, let's play a cross country.
Oh, is that intercepted? Oh, picked off. Tennessee has the ball.
Yep.
About fucking time a play was made.
So.
Oh, wait. I think Will Howard is saying that was incomplete.
Because.
What? All right. Let's see here.
So.
All right. Up in the air. Oh, they're gonna review it.
Well, his back was to his helmet was. The ball was facing the back. He was looking straight.
Never mind. That's
I think they're going to look at that because remember, this is college. 1 foot. They can allow 1 foot.
Well, what do they call pass interference? I don't think it should be called because the number seven's back is to the ball. He's just watching the receiver's eyes, anticipating the catch. It just so happens that this guy, 35, 36, grabbed it. So the moment he gets possession of the ball, right? He might have stepped out of bounds. I don't know. What do you guys think?
They're gonna look. They're gonna look when that toe was down. They're gonna see if he had possession of the ball. Oh, the ruling on the field stands. It's an interception.
Good. At least we'll get a little bit more competition.
Yeah, basically, you just need 1 foot. If 1 foot's out of bounds, but the other one's in, that's.
Yeah, this isn't the NFL where both feet have to be in bounds.
That's why a lot of rookies, when they enter the NFL, like when they learn the new rules and what you have to do, that's why rookies don't play well in their first year, because they don't understand what they've been doing for 4 years in college. It's like trying to tell someone to ride a bicycle, but instead of riding the bicycle in the NFL, you ride a unicycle, and you rode a bicycle for 4 years and you know how to ride it. So that's why it takes a while for rookies to understand, because all of the rules. In college, you can still do like certain tackles and certain things. And so it's the purest form of football that's left in the U.S.
I'm really not impressed with this Tennessee quarterback.
All he
First
does is
down.
run.
Good throw.
Oh yeah, it's in. I thought it was. It's in Ohio. It's in the Ohio State stadium. I was wondering.
Oh, so the better ranked school gets the home field advantage.
Basically,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Well,
we play at the Rose
I didn't
Bowl.
know that. I didn't know that. So now I know. Which is a good thing, by the way.
Yeah, college football has been a lot better than the NFL recently, and I'm not afraid to say that.
It's always been better than the NFL.
I know so many people say, why isn't there like a NFL development league? Well,
Yeah.
It was said years ago. It was just said years ago. I forgot who said it. Where do all the NFL players come from? Where do they come from? Oh, wait, isn't there a college draft where you get the best All-American players from college? And the funny thing about it, they play at the same time. You have college football in the fall and winter, and NFL in the fall and winter. And then during the off season, you have the combine, and you have the draft, and you have OTAs. And it's like how it's set up. And so football is still played in the fall, in the winter, but it's not a league, a competitive league. It's called college football because people love their universities, why they root for the teams. And you have fans already. You have stadiums. Now you have playoff games. Now players are being compensated. It's like it's a minor league of its own.
I like the idea. The only issue I have with the current situation is that they're not preparing the players for the NFL. That's my issue. I would prefer them not playing college rules and playing closer, have a little bit more of the NFL rules in there, so that there isn't as much of a learning curve for a rookie to acclimate to the NFL. That's my only critique. I wish they brought some of the NFL rules so that when they get to the NFL, the learning curve isn't as long. Yep. Yeah, I really like the Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire. It's one of the best ones, and Batman '89 is one of the best ones too. So that was really, yeah, the two you brought up, those are the best, in my opinion.
I think Deadpool and Wolverine kind of resurrected the Marvel franchise for now.
It injected it with cash, but it's not going to save it long term.
It's kind of fair to say that they did that movie resurrected whatever chances of Marvel has to return back to where they were.
You're okay. If that movie was made under new management, I would agree. But because they have the same management running the Marvel division of the Disney filmmaking studios, I have no confidence whatsoever. And the sad thing is, dude, the people working there now were the people who built the MCU. So they went from like 2008 Iron Man and 2012 The Avengers all the way down to like streaming and this show called Loki, and it's like horrible now. So
I just got they better not screw up Avengers Doomsday.
well, they already did. They hired Robert Downey Jr. You don't bring back Robert Downey Jr. to play an entirely different character.
Well, to be fair, who's the actor that plays Captain America?
Chris
Evans. Yeah, Chris Evans.
Yeah, Chris Evans.
He did play Human Torch, and oh my God, Tennessee just got the ball intercepted.
Again?
Tennessee, yep, interception.
Oh,
wait, there's a flag.
No, Ohio State intercepted.
Roughing the passer. Never mind.
That's coming back.
All right, now that's a roughing the passer. The NFL needs to take notes. Once the ball is thrown and you're tackling the quarterback, that's roughing the passer, not this bullshit in the NFL. Oh, you hit the quarterback flag.
Right, exactly.
It's the NFL's fault. Like Roger Goodell has softened the game.
Yeah. It's like the NBA. You can go in a direction, but you start to go too far, and the other things aren't balanced properly. It's like a lopsided basketball or a lopsided kicking ball.
Yeah,
it's not the same. It's not the same thing. It's not going to have the same reaction. You're not going to be able to enjoy it because of this, inherent defect in it. So that's why I'd like to see a little bit more, defense, and less, ticky tacky bullshit. Because Mahomes gets away with the ticky tacky bullshit where he fakes sliding and then runs, to the sideline to gain that extra couple yards before running out. It's just, I don't know who's going to do it, but I hope somebody in the NFL has the balls to just say, "Fuck this shit. I'm gonna bounty Mahomes," or just something, just to put my name like in either infamy or like, there's been really big hits like Leonard Marshall, like that hit he put on Montana that ended his career in San Francisco. That's one of the biggest fucking hits I've ever seen in my life. And I would love nothing more than to see that hit happen on Patrick Mahomes. I'm just going to put it that way. God, the quarterbacks got destroyed back then. Holy God. Jesus. Come on, refs. Do something. At least keep them in the game. Nobody wants to see a blowout at this level, right? It's fucking playoffs.
Yeah, Tennessee's quarterback last year was way better than this guy. Now, of course, he's a backup quarterback, but it really shows you how hard it is to play quarterback. Well, on Monday, I start my 2-week break. And so,
thank God, because I've been hearing some of the stories you've been dealing with, just having to grind, and then the fucking tornado happens, and it's like, dude, you need a break from all this stress. I'm just thinking to myself.
Yeah. The good news is that on Tuesday they put in these weird blowing machines, which I didn't know when there was a little water leak, you have to air dry your house, and so I learned that. They also air purify the air to suck in all the moisture when there was a lot of moisture.
Yeah, you don't want that black mold growing. It'll kill you.
So yesterday before I hopped on Levi's stream, I left early. From work, and I came, and an inspector came in my house, and he basically was checking the ceilings in case they have to redo the ceiling, if they got to tear it out and redo it, if there's any type of mold or anything because of the water. But the ceiling does have to get patched up. So, and then of course, starting next week, we don't know when, because there's might be some rain, they'll be able to finally redo the roof. And what they got to do is they got to rip off the old tar or that layer, clean it, and then basically inspect the wood. If they got to put new wood, nail it and then resurface everything. That's what they're going to do. If it just needs patchwork, they're going to just keep the tarp on my house, and then depending on what the owner of the house wants to do, if they just want to do like a severe patchwork and just re-patch everything, because it's cheaper. So hopefully by January, I get my house back to what it is, away from all these construction people. So yeah, YTC brought up a good point. If there's a game on Wednesday, will McNider have to do the stream on Tuesday? Yeah,
possibly.
I left him a message. He's probably busy.
Well, then it should be a day before the actual game.
What time is the game? In the morning?
Which one? Our game?
There's multiple Christmas games?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know you were talking about the 49ers. Let me check.
All right, I just look at the...
Because I think we do play somebody on Christmas Day. No, we don't play anyone on Christmas Day. We play the Miami Dolphins at Miami tomorrow at 1:25 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
All right, so basically Wednesday and Thursday, so back-to-back days of football. So Kansas City plays Pittsburgh, Baltimore plays Houston, Seattle plays the Bears on Thursday night, and then the Saturday games, which are 3 games. You have Chargers, New England, Denver, Cincinnati, Arizona, and Los Angeles. And then, of course, the Sunday games and then Monday night. So,
You know, to be honest, I'm glad how they sprinkled these football games throughout the Christmas vacation week. Having it all in one day is nice, but having a game during, you know what, for like especially if you're a kid and you're watching football and you're off during, Christmas, break for those couple weeks.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Well, it sucks for the players. I feel bad for them because the Wednesday game, that means after their Sunday game, they got to go to the location. They'll be able to no resting for the body. So that's gonna suck.
That's right. Yeah, I didn't consider that.
That's why the Thursday games are very bad. Not because both teams are suck. Is that with the very short rest, like Sunday, you're and then you travel back. You come back on Monday, and then you rest, and then Tuesday you rest, and then Wednesday is travel. Basically, like so. I don't know how the NFL, and so they did a Friday game during a college football week, and so I won't be surprised if we start seeing Friday night football games in the NFL. The only problem is because there is a law already in the federal government where no professional football games are able to be played on Friday because of certain places known as Friday Night Lights, which is a big thing for high schools. Well, they move those games all on Saturday. So, like I said, it's weird how football governs a lot, not just regionally, but it's like football. Like I don't know who said this. It's like a religion. Like they took over Sunday, which was used to be for people who were very religious. Football's powerful.
Oh, Chip Kelly is the offensive coordinator for the Buckeyes.
Well, yeah, Ryan Day is a stupid coach. He just has a great program. But if Chip Kelly is ever appointed, I think that's a big upgrade.
That's why I didn't want Ryan Day to coach the Bears when Justin Fields was the quarterback around 2021 and when Matt Nagy got fired. I remember people wanted Ryan Day to be the head coach, and I'm like, nah, I don't want him to be that coach.
Also, Ryan Day has a legal thing. Like he was charged, but he did the thing, the community service, yada yada. And Urban Meyer covered it up, and that's why Urban Meyer in 2018, 2019 was suspended. And Ryan Day was suspended for one season, and then Urban Meyer left because the bad publicity, and that's how he got his job. So,
yeah, the Urban Meyer experience taught me that I do not want any college coaches that have never coached in the NFL before.
Urban Meyer is a great coach. The problem that every university from Utah to Florida to Ohio State, he wears out his welcome. Like basically he's so good, but the problem that he has is like he jumped ship. Oh, I'm gonna retire. He's retired 5 different times. And now he's back doing college football on, I think, Fox, because he gets paid more money just to talk college football.
Oh, yeah. What do you think of Bill Belichick coaching the Tar Heels?
Oh, that's going to end badly.
I laughed at that as a Duke fan.
And I'll tell you why. A lot of people say, all right, give us a reason. So Bill Belichick, I think for almost 40-something years as an NFL coach, from coaching to coordinator to what he did in New England. Bill Belichick is going to have a great talent pool, just like Harbaugh, and that's why me and RJ talked about this years ago. Harbaugh leaving the 49ers going to Michigan, you're able to recruit up to 20,000 students nationwide from thousands and thousands of high schools across the U.S. You have that luxury, and you get to see the cream of the crop. You're looking for a quarterback. The transfer portal started to become a big thing when he went to, and so he's like convincing, hey, you play at a sub Division I school or a group of 5, or you play at a good power school, but you guys are not winning national champions. Why don't you come to Michigan? You're a good quarterback, surrounded with good talents, and you can win. And so having the power of that. Bill Belichick's gonna have the same thing. The problem is why I don't think it's gonna work out very well, and I don't think he's gonna win national champion. I think in the next 3 to 4 years, we're gonna see what he's able to do, and I don't see any positivity because their previous coach, who he's replacing, was Mike Brown, who coached in Texas, was successful in Texas. He had Vince Young and Colt McCoy and great quarterbacks and great players. He coached Shanahan that's how good he was. But then this guy goes to and he did elevate the program, but after 4 years, he got fired. College football is about what you're doing. That's just the point. And Bill Belichick probably will have some success, but a recent NFL coach, Herm Edwards, who in the NFL was a 500 NFL coach, and I think coached for almost a decade, went to Arizona State, pretty good, but didn't really do anything significant in Arizona State.
I feel bad for teams like Northwestern University. They're gonna get money to pay good players.
Well, it's already said and done. NCAA basically settled with all the conferences, and basically they're going to give out $8 billion, and they're going to pay back athletes going back to at a minimum of 25 years. So Reggie Bush just got his Heisman back. And so what did that mean? Reggie Bush took money under the table. And because he did take money under the table, and now they give his Heisman back, college programs have been giving money to students for so long. Now it's just legal now to do it. Now you're like, all right, let's just pay the athletes. No more restrictions. No more restrictions. Yeah, I got to run a couple of errands tomorrow because I had to wake up early, go to work. And so hopefully I knock my errands out because I think the Niners play at 1:00 my time.
Yeah, 1:25.
Yeah, 1:20. So I got to get everything done before that. I hope we win. I know it's like winning right now isn't going to do nothing for us.
I have a feeling that the only person that's going to be close to beating Patrick Mahomes is Josh Allen. Because the only quarterback that beat Patrick Mahomes face-to-face was Joe Burrow, and we already know how the Bengals season already is going.
Joe Burrow is a good example. They found their franchise quarterback. They paid him the money, he deserves. But that's a good example of a team that has a great quarterback, but a bad team. They do have Chase. They have Higgins. But at the same time, the whole team in general is not what it is. And that's
the offensive line that they have is beyond terrible.
And so I do believe if you want to win Super Bowls, and not just one, like say you win a Super Bowl and then you go another 15 years of being relevant. I don't want and no disrespect to Packers fans, but since Brett Favre has been the quarterback, how many Super Bowls have they won in over 35 years? Two. But Brett Favre is in the Hall of Fame, and Aaron Rodgers probably will go to the Hall of Fame. But you had great quarterbacks, but no Super Bowls to show for. Phillip Rivers was on the bad Chargers team after LaDainian Tomlinson and all those other guys left. He was a 500 quarterback for most of his career, but he was a good quarterback. Kirk Cousins is another example. He's not a bad quarterback. It's just that the team around him cannot carry him, but he can't carry the team. So that's why Kirk Cousins is an outlier. He's good, but he's not good.
No quarterback can carry a team by himself.
And so last but not least, it's Tom Brady. Now, of course, Brock Purdy, who's my quarterback, is not married to a billionaire supermodel like Tom Brady's wife was. And so he took pay cuts after pay cuts after pay cuts. But because of how the NFL needs to really look at these salaries looking forward, because why in the next 5 years we start seeing $70-80 million quarterbacks? Are we really that stupid to be paying almost 40% of your roster to one player? So the NFL needs to change that.
Oh, Oregon Ducks. The Big Ten is soft. SEC fans are correct when they say are by far the best conference. I mean, yeah, I agree.
I know it's so hilarious. The Pac-12 dissolves. Arizona State, who, and no disrespect to TRL if he's listening, they were a 6-6 program. They just won the Big 12. Oregon, which was a good team in the Pac-12, outplayed Michigan, Ohio State, Wisconsin, and Penn State, and they're the number one team in the country. SMU, which is not in a power, I think they lost in the ACC championship to Clemson.
They did.
And so the best schools are in the SEC. And that's coming from a guy who's a Pac-12 fan. You know, I'm unbiased. That's why the ACC is fraud. They're a fraud conference, and hopefully they dissolve so they know how Pac-12 fans feel. And then we see basically the Big Ten and the SEC, you know, doing their thing and having a intercontinental conference of former Pac-12, Big 12, and ACC schools. And you have better competition. But we'll see what happens.
LOL, it's a joke. The SEC is delusional.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we're talking about history, then yes. But if we're talking about right now, I think the Big Ten is better.
So,
yeah, because there was a time where Alabama and Georgia were, and even Clemson were the top teams. Obviously, Clemson's from the ACC.
yeah, SMU should not have been there. But the college committee, you know, they're dumb.
Alabama, listen, I know random editors listening, Alabama would have put up a better fight against Penn State than SMU did. Oh, damn, that Tennessee quarterback refuses to go down.
Mm-hmm. And that's how you play football. Run through the tackles, take the tackles, fight for those yards. Like a mentor of mine told me, tough, rugged football. We don't see it no more. What's up, Chad?
What's up, Chad? Sorry I didn't see you. Miami would have done better. I mean, I agree, but I think Alabama would. I think those teams would have put up a better fight than SMU did.
Yeah, SMU, like again, they're a group of 5 school. For those who don't know, college terminology, the power conferences is the SEC, the Big 10, the Big 12, and the ACC. Pac-12 is dead. They're going to be basically like a bootleg version of the Mountain West Conference because they decided to poach schools that make no sense. But that's a different conversation. Then you have the Mountain West Conference. You have Conference USA. You have the AAC, which is the American Athletic Conference. You have the Sun Belt Conference. And then you have the MAC Conference. Those are known as Group of 5 schools. Those are schools that, of course, are not at any level of the power schools. So being in a power conference, even if you're a trashy school that's always at the bottom of the conference, you're playing great competition. And high school kids and JUCO kids and transfer kids will go there to play high top competition. And so SMU, I think went 11-1. They lost to Clemson in the conference championship game. And at the end of the day, the ACC this year was fraudulent, and no disrespect. Let's see how they do next year. Maybe they'll get better because like Florida State is your chapter school. That's your top school. That's always competing. And this year they went 2-10. Wow.
They're probably going to get a top quarterback in the transfer program.
Oh yeah, Appalachian State when they beat Michigan. I remember. I don't know when that happened. That was cool.
I heard Malik Murphy, which it's sad to see him go because he's a solid quarterback. I feel like if he wants to go, he's going to go to a top tier school regardless. And if he wins Duke the bowl game against Ole Miss, he's gonna go somewhere very special.
All right, Tennessee has a chance to put points before the halftime.
If they do, then they have a fighting chance.
Yep.
Touchdown. Man, how do you guys fall for the same shit?
And if Ohio State chokes, I won't be surprised.
Ryan Day needs to be fired.
Well, he has a great winning record, so and
Ohio State fans will want his head.
Not really. The people in Ohio State, they like him. I don't. So, and I think he's really close with the athletic director.
Oh, he said that? He said he'll never lose to. That explains why Ohio State, for the better portion of this decade, has yet to beat Michigan, even at their worst.
I know that basically Rich Eisen, who is a Michigan alumni, says his seniors since their freshman year has never beaten Michigan. And no disrespect.
I think the last time Ohio State beat Michigan was when Justin Fields was the quarterback.
So, what I was going to say, oh, yeah. When it comes to Michigan and Ohio State, the rivalry, that game means more to, what's the word I'm looking for? It means more to the coaches and the players because And if you're not winning that game, it doesn't matter what your record is. You're going to be judged in that one game alone. And so I remember Harbaugh was on the hot seat when he could not beat Ohio State. I think he went like 3-4 games in a row. And then after that, he changed the script and he started winning. So well, if Buckeye fans don't want him and the athletic director doesn't want to keep him, that's all. Because there's a lot of factors on how you fire college coaches. Some schools are content with their coaches because there are a lot of college coaches that are there for like 10 plus years and like they barely have like winning seasons and a lot of losing seasons. I can tell you right now, Wilcox is not a guy who should be a coach. If he cannot get a winning season next year, he has to go. He really changed the program after what's his name, Sonny Dykes, who was ass. Yeah. So that's about it.
I'm going to do BYU versus Colorado next.
Mm-hmm. Well,
yeah, the bowl games should be fun.
The Raiders and the Giants are probably going to draft 1 and 2. And if Shador is the quarterback, say hypothetically the Raiders have a worse record than the Giants. When it comes to Dion and where he wants to be, don't be shocked if the Raiders and Deion Sanders during the draft process are hanging out together.
Ohio State may have a chance to like kick a field goal before halftime.
Yeah, basically the clock stops after they get a first down, and then they took the timeout because after the ball is spotted, the clock.
Oh, I thought that was a fumble. All right, he got it. There's 5 seconds left. They're not in field goal range. So do you go for the long one or do you try to throw it up there?
Well, they kind of messed up.
Yeah, they did. So they may have to try a Hail Mary. If they kick a long field goal, they deserve to lose.
Anyway, so I don't know if you heard, but your quarterback from your college is going to Oregon State.
I've been knew that. Spongy told me. I'm happy for Malik Murphy. I had doubts about him coming in, but
apparently in the words, he owns you and you're his son.
Nah.
Yeah.
They're attempting a long field goal. If he misses, then they deserve to lose.
Hold on, guys. I'll be back. I need to make a phone call.
Mm-hmm.
All right, no rush. It's a 56-yard field goal attempt. They're out of field goal range, so they're attempting a long one here.
Cal is also leading.
And it is no good. Damn, that wasn't even close.
Yeah, because a college football leg is not like an NFL player's leg. And so the rule of thumb is like don't have your kicker kick beyond 45 yards. Now, I'm not saying they cannot kick, beyond 45 yards. I'm just saying that in college, the rule of thumb is a 40-yard field goal is like a 55, 60-yard field goal for them.
Oh, Ryan Day has a record of 55-4 when he's leading at the half.
I know he has a really good record. Like, so he's not going to get fired. Like, if he was like in the hot seat, it's because like there was like back-to-back seasons where they're not in the college football playoffs, but because they're always competing for the conference title game and top bowl games, many athletic directors are okay with that. John Jay, maybe Spongy would use his new profile picture for his real team, the Raiders. Has Spongy been on anytime? I haven't seen him.
Well, he was late to the party. The beginning of the stream was just like legendary. John, this that's the reason why you don't go in the Discord, because of stuff like that.
Well, please don't take this the wrong way. I know RJ made the Discord about a couple of years ago, and he invited me in, and I was there for like 2 weeks, and then I deleted my account. Not because I don't like you guys, or it's just too much. Like I personally want to live a world without social media for me, but the only way I'm able to contact McNiner and David Corona and people who I have to interact with, I need an Instagram to be able to have them communicate with me. But the majority of the time, I rarely check my social media. But it is what it is. Like I said, I quit YouTube in the summertime. I'm happy. I'm living life. I'm enjoying. I'm still able to hang out with you guys when I can. But just like I told McNiner, in 2025, you're going to see very little of me. And it's not personal. It's just that's what I want to do. The social media, it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. It's like basically a double-edged sword. We do need it. We do need to be connected. But just like any type of addiction, there eventually down the road, psychologists will start to label internet addiction as a mental health crisis, because there's so many types of addiction. People think like cigarettes, alcohol, drugs, certain things, vices. There's always good things in moderation. If you want to drink a beer, if you have like one beer a day, that's okay. But if you're going to be drinking like 20, 30, 40 beers, there's a problem, because why do you need that much alcohol in your system? And so the same thing with social media. I do agree that we don't need to ban TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and Facebook. Like what's going on? They want to ban all this stuff. No,
they're not going to ban TikTok. I don't believe it.
Yes.
I don't believe it.
So that's the reason why I don't like politics, because the biggest factor is these people who run the country are out of touch. They don't know shit. And again, I'm going to say something controversial, and I'm not trying to piss off anybody, but there's no perfect lawmaker. There's no perfect lawmaker. There's no one who can actually clean a system that has already been filthy and dirty. You cannot clean a system. You can put an outsider, but over time they're going to be corrupted in the same way. You cannot find a perfect system. What you can do is focus on your local, area, what you can control, And so I tell people, if you want change what you can locally. If your local area has a problem, fight for it. Don't let the federal government tell us what to do, because then we don't live in a country no more. We live in basically like other places in the world. We're not England. We're not run by a queen or a king. You know, so in the words of George Carlin, if you don't know, he was a comedian. He passed away many years ago. In the words of George Carlin, the reason why we have bad leaders is because we are bad people. If you don't understand the joke, we put crap in because we're crap ourselves. It's a joke. You're saying that there's no perfect person to change problems. And it makes you think. That's why I love comedians. Comedians have become the word of wisdom. Anyway.
Oh, Apex, are you a Notre Dame fan? Because I'm assuming he's talking about Georgia.
Georgia.
People feel like Notre Dame's going to get murdered. I feel like they'll put up a fight.
Notre Dame is a good school. I'm not saying that they're going to win. I do think the game will be entertaining, but Georgia is just too much. Now, I could be wrong, and we could see upsets. Again, we don't know what's going to happen, but you're starting to see teams. That's why this 12-team playoff is very redundant. And what you want to do is like what the right thing to do. The 4 best conference winners, you award the best conference winners. And then, of course, you reward one of those group of 5 conferences, mostly the Mountain West, because Boise State is a good program. And Notre Dame. You put fewer games, but you make a longer playoff system. Because there are a lot of teams that don't belong. No disrespect to TRL, like Arizona is one and done. Because I don't know who is in their bracket. Boise State.
They're facing Texas, I think.
Yeah, so no disrespect to TRL school, but can they really upset Texas? Let's be completely honest.
If they do, then you'll get your answer.
And yeah, we'll find out. Boise State's a good program, but Boise State, they are a problem that they've been trying to get in the big conference for decades. Now they're going to the Pac-12, but the Pac-12 messed up by not getting Air Force. Like, you want to get the premier schools of high talent that are considered power schools. But unfortunately, things happen for a reason. So, yeah. So Boise State, they're going to be eliminated in the next round. Arizona State's going to be eliminated. Like there are certain schools that don't need to be in this college football playoffs. You want the best of the best, the cream of the crop. It's like in the NFL, that 7 wild card spot is stupid. You know? So that's about it. Chad says my West Virginia Mountaineers are ass. They're still a good program, of course. Like, we're never going to see them in the national title game, but they're a good program. It's just
there's a lot of. This is I'll bring up another good example. Colorado. This is technically their best year in over 12 years. All right, they're not in the playoffs. They're in a bowl game, but that's technically their best year.
Colorado's never been known as a good team. Even when they were in the Big 10, I mean the Big 12 before they went to the Pac-12, there was a Pac-12 dean of athletics, a dean of athletics, who was like, good riddance to Colorado. Like, they didn't do shit. Like, basically, like, we put you in a more defensive, good conference, and you learned the hard way. And so in their final year, they were at the bottom of the Pac-12. They were at the bottom of the Pac-12. They go to a conference that plays no defense. Now, once Deion Sanders, son, go to the NFL, which they will, and they're going to lose a lot of players to the transfer portal and, of course, to the draft. Can Deion Sanders actually scout and develop and bring in quality players? Can he do that? We're going to see that. And I think he's fraud. I think he's a fraud dude. Okay. There's also been rumors that he wants the USC job because I think Lincoln Riley's on the hot seat. And so if he jumps ship, you've seen the alternative motives. And I want to quote Rumbo, who I have not called in this show in about a year. But Rumbo said this. He does not consider Deion Sanders, a 49er, because in his words, this guy was a hoe. He was a money hoe. He went where he got paid. When he left Atlanta, he got paid, good money as a Niner. Then the following year, Jerry Jones gave him the bag. And so he played for money. So Prime Time, who a lot of people years ago liked him, has exposed himself as a guy about the money. So that's about it.
Yeah, Texas nearly escaped a choke job right there. They're reviewing the game.
Yep.
Oh, they're showing the Penn State versus SMU game. All right, I want to see how that is. I didn't watch it. Oh, the first intercepted pick six.
All right, so Texas, Arizona, the winner of this game will play Oregon. Penn State has the easiest path to the semifinals, and I'm very intrigued to watch the New Year's game, the Sugar Bowl. I don't know if it's next week or January 1st.
Yeah, the Sugar Bowl should be a banger. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be Notre Dame and Georgia. That will be a fun game to watch, and I'll gladly do that as my New Year's Eve special.
So we'll see what happens, but I'm very intrigued. I'm not saying that it's going to be like very competitive. It could be a blowout, but I'm very intrigued on watch that. But I think it's going to look like Texas is a move on to the semi, Oregon's a move to the semi. I think Penn State will be in the semi, and so the teams that everyone had in the top four. Like I said, this college football playoff thing is a bit redundant. But anyway.
Oh, they're showing a Carson Beck commercial, and he's not even playing. I heard he's out.
Let's see, my first off-season serious stream, I think it's going to be February 3rd. It's going to be a boxing fight, a real boxing fight, no Jake Paul bullshit. And I'm just gonna do things I love on my channel from now on, like creating stuff that you love to do is all that matters. So.
I was messaging D'Lo from the Go. He's a Bears content creator who I message. Yo, D'Lo from the Go really murdered. Did you see the video that he did on Judah?
I don't watch Judah stuff, so I can care less.
Yeah, but if D'Lo from the Go really exposed, because one thing D'Lo has like 3 kids, and like Judah was talking like crazy about those kids, and then D'Lo took it personally and leaked the DMs about because D'Lo wanted to like meet up and like because they're both from Chicago, and D'Lo was like, yo, drop your address so you can say that to my face. And Judah was doing that fake internet he was basically sending him like voice messages being like, Bush, get your weight up, faggot. Get your weight up, faggot. You ain't big enough to deal with God. And then he was like talking shit about his kid, saying that kid's not even his.
Whatever.
Yeah, D-Lo from the Go. He's a very good dude. I've spoken to him. He's actually like Jonah's age.
So me and Corona are like real life, like like we've had real life in person beefs, and I don't want to talk too much about David Corona. Maybe if he's willing to open up to you privately and let you know the things that he's went through. Me and Corona, this internet bull stuff is like childish, and it's not. It's soft. It's weak. And so an example that happened earlier, and again, I like CEO, but you have to understand the difference between goofing around and talking crap and roasting on the internet compared to things that happen in the real world. Because in the real world, the rules are different. The rules are different because you there's a certain way you cannot act outside. You cannot act even today. And so people who, again, and this is not being disrespectful, and I'm trying to say it carefully because there are a lot of people who are a little bit more sensitive when it comes to when you make assumptions, but the socialized people, the cool people, the people who live on the streets, they still rule the world outside, and that's never going to change. Inside, people can be who they want. And I told this to somebody. MTV many years ago had a thing called True Life. It was like a weird documentary on MTV. When the internet was very young, there was a woman who was in college, a young college girl, and she was not someone who was confident. She was shy. Back then, these simple words, shy, unconfident. Now there's weird words that make no damn sense for a person who's old like me. She played a game called Second Life, and I think it's still alive. In her world, she was sociable. She was real. She got to express herself. She got to be who she wanted to be. But in the real world, she was afraid of it. And there are people who live, life on the internet, just like any type of thing. I tell people, when you find a community for you, and it might be the internet, if you find the right people, the right community, you can still live a happy life online. But if you're going to be miserable and find communities that are evil and disgusting, it says a lot about the character, just like anything, anything. And so I'm a person that looks at the world glass half full, and I always look at the perspective of people. I still believe, in my opinion, that living the world outside is more important and more fulfilling, and you're able to do things more productive, and you live a more happier life. But what works for me does not work for anybody else. So I understand.
Yeah, but when you talk about somebody's kids, that's kind of crossing the line.
I agree with that. Like, family should never be, ever talk about it. And I've told you this, not even when CEO was telling the K Universe. Yeah, K Universe does talk crap about, and I've said this to you. Yes, Carcast sometimes and Spongy sometimes. And I've told them, if you're gonna troll the team, troll the person, don't troll family. But at the same
time, because if you do that, and John, not to cut you off, but if you do that, they have the right to talk about because the thing is, if you talk bad about somebody's family, they have the right to talk bad about your family. It's basically
no, that's bullshit. No disrespect. No, if you're gonna be talking crap about somebody else, because it's not an open door. Okay, It's not an open door. Because in real life, would you say that to a person in face to face? Are you willing to take the consequences? Because I tell you right now, those are consequential words. On the internet, you're far away. You're thousands and thousands, maybe even an ocean across or continents across. Two rights don't make a wrong. I've said this. Two rights don't make a wrong. I mean, two rights don't make a, like, two wrongs don't make a right. That's what I'm trying to say. And so if you want to do it and be at that level, just remember, if you're going to be doing it, then they have the right to do it too. You cannot just look at it like, okay, I'm not going to make it personal. And then you get mad that they're still doing it. That's the difference. If you stop it, but then they continue, then you find out who's the jerk.
Well, not everyone has the mindset like you that just like, if someone were to talk about your family members, it's just like walk away.
It's fighting words at that point. Basically, if you want to do it, then you better throw down. There's certain things. Once you cross a line, you better throw down. For example, say you have a spouse. And some dude's like, hey, you're a woman, or you're old lady, or you're old man, like that. And you're like, yo, you need to calm down and chill. No. Like, once it passes a certain point, number one, you don't talk to the woman who I love and who loves me. That's a different story. Then you have children. Once you cross that line, it's fighting words. So if you're going to do that, you better basically fight the person you're insulting. It's like Dave Chappelle said. Okay? Dave Chappelle said, this is going to be a insensitive, disrespectful, horrible, mean thing to say. But Dave Chappelle said this as a joke. He was in a nightclub, and there was a woman who was in a relationship with a woman, and they insulted Dave Chappelle, and Dave Chappelle basically was like, I'm a famous man, but I'm also a man of his ethnicity, and I don't care about their orientation. I'm going to throw down. So it doesn't matter who you are. Like, once you cross that line, there's no going back.
Yeah, that's what we try, like, setting rules in the Discord, and they even have I normally do that if they bring up my family. So if I look at the, if I look back, probably I would say that was stupid, but at the same time, it's kind of like what they said are kind of like fighting words, in my opinion.
So, like today, that Patriots fan got a bit of a scolding because he even said, well, I don't care, but you keep talking about it. You keep talking about his parents. You keep talking about his parents. Michael doesn't care. Michael doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And so CEO had it right. It doesn't, and he even said that, you have your problems and, you do instigate certain things. But the point that he was trying to say is that no one was right and no one was wrong in this situation. But he got a talking to. Now, I don't know if anything's going to change because, again, like I tell people, are we really going to, well, actually, I can change, because I personally do not care. But will you guys change? And we'll find out in the next couple of years if you're still acting the same way, because once you pass a certain age and you're still doing the same thing you were doing 10, 15 years ago, you're not going to grow up. I can tell you from experience. I know people who are older than me, who are like McNiners and Tommy and Kenny, who's actually, who says he's like older than Tommy and McNiner. There are people who are that age who still act like they're in high school, that don't want to grow up. They want to live their high school football days. Hey, yeah, we won state title. And all they talk about is when they were 17, 18 years old. Like, they don't want to, because they know that they're miserable. And so there are a lot of people like that. But if you're able to try to mature and grow up, again, you can still be goofy and childish, but if you understand the certain concept of, what life is, then you're okay. I goof around. I'm sarcastic. I'm the same person. But I've learned and I've grown. It's like going back to David Corona. Me and David Corona, we've done some shit. We've regret some of the stuff that we did, but when we grew up in California in the 90s. Like if you were a kid in the 90s in any part of California, you're kind of a tough dude or a tough woman of the shit that you had to go through. Now I don't know about anywhere else because I've never been outside the state of California. So that's my experience.
And I'm going to bring up another example, and it's going to I remember the stream very well. Of course, it's deleted. Keek did apologize the day after it happened, but even before I was like talking to Keek, he said, you know, the first 5 minutes I'm going to apologize, and then I told Keek, bro, I said I told him this. You don't have to apologize because he went after your father. He went after your sister. So I told Keek, it's not your fault that you did the way you did because he went after your family. So I understand why he did that. But it was like, nah, I'm gonna apologize either way to be the better person.
Yeah. So I've been staring at this comment. Yeah, the great Ricky Henderson, who's from Oakland, California, a legend in the Bay Area, passed away at 65 years old. Sucks.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. Like his fame and fortune didn't really go over his head. Like I can tell you stories like he would actually walk in Oakland with sneakers and jeans. And he still lived nearby his mom's house because his mom's still alive, but she's probably in her 90s. Her mom's still alive in Oakland. But Ricky Henderson lives in a more nicer part of the East Bay because they're a little bit of, you know, suburbs and upper class communities in the East Bay that, you know, you can live. Like you don't have to live in Hollywood or like any of those richy places. There are decent places to live in the Bay Area, like the 49ers, the Giants, and the Warriors. They live all in the East Bay. All those players, they live in those very richy communities. So Ricky Henderson lived in one of those like communities where it wasn't richy, but he had privacy. So
are you talking about Ricky Henderson?
Yeah, he passed away.
Yeah, I heard.
I learned about that after work or around 12-ish, whenever. And they said, yo, did you hear the story? What happened? Ricky Henderson passed away.
Now,
Yeah.
I'm no A's fan, but that guy is the GOAT when it comes to base stealing. And he's probably one of the all-around best baseball players to have ever lived, in my opinion. Because he can hit.
One time I was walking in Oakland, and I was just like minding my own business. And I said, oh, this dude looks like Ricky Henderson. And then he turned around, looked at me. Oh, I am Ricky Henderson. Oh, you're Ricky Henderson. And then I was, talking to him about random stuff, not about baseball. He's like, dude, I thought you were going to ask me about my A's playing days. Oh, no. Like I know all your history. You don't have to tell me. I know you're a big pillar to the community. Yes, I am. And so basically that was a fun interaction. Like, again, someone had a nerve to tell me that if Kyle Shanahan was in front of my face, I would be a pussy and like kiss his butt. No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. If Kyle Shanahan was in front of my face, I would shake his hand. Nice to meet you, Kyle Shanahan. Thank you for being our coach. I do want to say this to you. I don't like your coaching style. I think it's hindered the team, and that's my opinion. If you don't like it, it is what it is, but I'm still going to root for this team. And whatever he says to me is what it is. But I have walked up to players, not like forcefully, like CG, cough, cough.
When he did?
When he harassed Brian Young. I don't know how the hell.
What?
I don't know how he did that.
I've never heard about that. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You know this too, Butters? You went after Brian Young?
Yeah.
No, CG got tickets from someone in one of those Niners podcasts, and he took his wife, I feel bad for his wife. I really do. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful to, I never want to take cheap shots, but I do feel bad for her. The point is that he went to the game. He met John Chapman. He met some 49er people, some fans who were callers on Grand Show and all that stuff. And then when he was walking to the stadium, he saw a VIP with Brian Young, and he just like walked over there like without any respect, and somehow got through the security, and somehow was about to enter a non-fan area, and Brian Young was very surprised. And I saw the picture, like Brian Young's face was like, "What's going on?" And said, "I met Brian Young." And I said, "No, you didn't. You were waiting for him, and you harassed him." But the point of the matter is, I will never do that. What I would do, if I want, and I like Brian Young, what I would do is if I'm walking and Brian Young is walking in my direction, and like I said, "How you doing, Brian? Nice to meet you. And can I shake your hand?" Things like that. I will never ever run to an area where there's security and bother a person. That's and I'm so sorry to throw that thing in the light. I try to avoid saying his name because, again, I don't hate the guy. It's just I try, but that's my point. If I'm able to tell a 49er like management, coaching, and all that stuff, or Jed York, I say screw all these haters who think I would pussy out. No, I will do that because I've actually had conversations with minor league baseball players, semi-professional athletes, players who are not starters, but they're on the main roster. And I would ask them questions, and I would be respectful because that's the person I am. I'm very sociable. But anyone who tries to just photobomb a player because it's supposed to enhance your YouTube channel, that's a little bit below the belt. People would disagree with me, but
no, it's below the belt.
CG will just do anything for clout.
Yeah,
of course. I've heard other people say that same thing.
He was the one. Out of everyone, he was the one who told me this person was bad, and then when I interacted with them, and I'm talking about other people, there have been people who have worked with CG who I do not like, and they somehow found my old Instagram, and they would message me. He said, "Yo, do you like this CG guy?" I said, "Well, I know him. I don't know him personally. Should I continue doing shows with them because it goes nowhere?" And I would say to them, whatever you feel is your thing. Do not ask me. I don't get into anyone's personal stuff. And I've had a lot of people, and they have told me, and even people who like them, you go to what he's been doing lately, which is nothing, but he's lost a lot of people. And one thing about CarCast, who I sympathize, why CarCast made accounts is because he banned CarCast because for whatever the reason, CarCast was, asking questions. And I know sometimes CarCast goes a little bit overboard, but he was doing, and a guest basically was like, "I'm not doing a show with you anymore if you allow these people who I do not like, and I don't read the chat on my channel." And apparently, just to be friends with them, guess what? It backfired. And again, I'm not trying to be a bully on anyone. I'm just trying to be neutral and give it.
I know you kind of sympathize with CarCast, and I know you do with Spongy also. Spongy, I can understand because I keep saying this like a broken record. He's 13 years old.
Well, he just turned 14 about a couple of weeks ago.
Well, the issue that you need to understand with CarCast is that he does. We don't when he brought up the sister thing and the whole grandpa thing. That wasn't a little overboard.
It was.
That was a huge overboard.
Man.
And somebody at his age, because I think he's 18 or 19, he's a freshman in college. He should not be acting like that.
I told him that last week. Remember when you didn't want to, but I wanted to talk to Carcass. Carcass was writing stuff that was already crossing the line, not towards you, but
Ohio State.
And so I told Carcass, I understand you are still mad over the summertime when you and Get On Kid were doing it. Like, I know that podcast was not serious because, again, if you named it CTE, you were going to get the crowd that you were going to get, and you were going to get that.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you basically just said that me and Get On Kid are doing a podcast, we're not bringing YTC in, we're not bringing John Jay, we're not bringing K Universe, we're not bringing anyone. It's basically you would do a podcast. If you're going to do it live, you do it under 60 minutes and then end it. Boom. It's just you and Get On Kid. Maybe if you guys would have been more serious about it, it would have kept going. But then when you started bringing other people, the podcast ended. It was a hangout. They wanted to go in there. That was the mistake. You could also have done it because on StreamYard, you're able to stream, record it, and then you put it not private no more, and it's post like a video, and people can rewatch it. Okay, that's a thing that I've learned on StreamYard. You can actually do stream for like 15, 20, 30 minutes by yourself, and then post it so you don't have to upload a video, download it, and then put it in your YouTube, which takes time. But you decided to make it for everyone, for people. Then you went, we're inviting guests. And so when Carcast and Spongy like, you're bringing people in, and we've been asking, of course. So I told that to Carcast. If you're still mad about that, I understand that. But it was a podcast. And unfortunately, the way you guys ran it, it over time became a hangout. That was the mistake that you did. And again, just like CEO is telling, that Patriots fan, every issue that is on this Discord and with Carcast and Spongy, at the end of the day, you guys, for whatever the reason, love to.
Spongy's not in the Discord.
Well, I'm just making a point. Is that you guys, many years ago, before you guys met me, you guys were talking shit to one another, and that stuff hasn't gone away. Now you guys have mellowed out because I've known you, but at the end of the day, that stuff is still there. So.
Yeah, but the thing with Carcast is sometimes he does stuff that and I know Sentinel tries to get away from that community. So do I. But he does some things that relate to the trash talk circle. I'm talking about the doxing. I'm talking about the
that's the current. Yeah, that's the current trash talk circle where it's about football 30% of the time and doxing and drama 70% of the time.
Yeah, I'm like, and it's not when you say it's not little. It's some of the stuff that he does is a level, a lot overboard. All right, it's not a little.
Has anybody called the police over some of this crap?
No.
Has Child Protective Services been contacted over any of this crap?
No. The things that he's done is look up my full name, which he knows my full name. He knows where I go to college, and he knows where I currently live. So
he has this information over you.
Basically, and he had, he knows who my sister is. He knows who, and he basically knows who my followers are. So.
Awesome Kid is bringing some facts. I mean, Michael, you put your full name on your IG.
Well, to be fair, no. I only put my first and last name. I didn't put my middle name on it.
Also, there's a lot of stuff on your Instagram, a lot of stuff. And there's a thing called a digital footprint. Even if you delete it, Google, a lot of people don't know this, Google always saves stuff, and it's out there. And now there's things called clouds where I've learned what it was a few years ago, but I know what a cloud is now. The point is that whatever you put on social media, it stays. It stays. And you need to be really careful. Now, Carcass, as mentioned, and if you want to debunk it, he says that he went through your stuff, again, which takes time, there's a lot of time. And if you're putting stuff there that, he's looking at and, whatever, again, I can't control what he does. I can't control what you do. Again, I'm not your parents. I'm not your legal, guardian. I'm not. I'm just letting you know that there's a reason why social media is a good thing, but it's also a double-edged sword. Like, it's good and bad at the same time. And so you need to be really careful. Whatever's there is there, and whatever he has, he has. Also, when CEO,
what do you think? Yeah,
you had
John, can I just?
You had pictures of that Patriots dude. So you've done it. Carcass is doing it now. So again, you also have to take accountability for the crap that you do against other people as well. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was going to say he does, and I was also going to. Well, I forgot what I was going to say now. If I remember it, give me a moment. I was doing multiple things. I've got to call somebody because I got a delivery on the way. I have to coordinate things. So I think what I was going to say had something to do with. Do you think there's like that? It's when it's uploaded to the internet, it's uploaded to the internet forever, and you may not be the one to have done it. Maybe captures you in a bad light. You say something can be totally taken out of context, and unfortunately, in this day and age, get canceled for it. So that's why I'm always very cautious to say anything or post anything. Oh, now I remember what I was going to say. Butters, why do you think? Why do you think I call myself Sentinel? It's because I don't want my real name out there for people to look up, because I already went through that experience. I got doxxed and nearly swatted because I did like a superhero film that some psycho was obsessed over. So
I'll bring up. Okay, so I'm gonna bring up an example, an RIP to the person that I bring up. Camel toes.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah. So
right. Well, John doesn't know camel toes, so.
Well, that's why I'm talking to you about him, because I'm also bringing up an example. If you remember, he also he said it online that his daughter had a miscarriage, and then people used that. He did.
I didn't hear him say that. I've heard other people say he said that. Big difference.
He admitted that he said it. It was on Slita's live streams.
Okay.
And that's basically when you say that to me, oh well, you should have never put it out on there. So can the same thing apply to camel toes by saying, well, you should have never admit that your daughter had a miscarriage online?
Yeah, absolutely. You know how many times he screwed up? Unfortunately, camel toes suffered from a very bad mental illness that took his own life. Okay? And the worst thing about it was, even though he was a disgusting racist, even though he was married to a black woman, he still said the N-word like all the time. His family didn't deserve to be harassed by trolls at his funeral. See, that's why stuff like that is why I'm like, I'm out of here kind of feeling, because it started about with football, but the people who were in the TPC destroyed it. They destroyed it. They were supposed to protect it. They were supposed to keep it regulated, and they just kind of let it go to shit. That's what happened. So when I got there, I was basically I got there at sort of the tail end of it. So I got some football, but then, of course, the big COVID shutdown, and I had hoped that the COVID shutdown would end, and it did. And my hope was when it did end that all of this shenanigans that didn't involve football would end. Nope. It just got more dramatic. More people came in who were more interested in the drama than the football, and that's why I'm here, basically.
I agree, awesome kid. I agree.
I mean, that trash talking tough guy, act is fun, but it's like you're surrounding yourself with like negativity. You know what I mean? You're surrounding yourself with people who really aren't your friend at all. It's just you're really just frenemies. Like you're friends at a certain time, and then you hate each other, and then you make up, and then you hate each other. And so just the inconsistency in friendship or anything, it isn't there. It's so fucking cutthroat. And the final straw for me was when two preachers, two men of God, were in on a troll job just to get one person excommunicated from the greater community. I was like, wait a minute. You want to excommunicate this guy because you all hate him so much that you're willing to let me and several other people believe what we're trying to do in terms of saving the TTC, in terms of getting it back to something, cleaning it up. So you're telling me that because of all of that, that overrides everything? And they were like, yep. And then the guy who they were trying to get out showed the text messages. And I was shocked at how cutthroat the text messages were, because this person spoke to this other reverend, in 2021 when his mom died. And he was, doing all of her estate stuff and having to fix up her house and pay off her debts. So I was just like, Jesus. Okay, a guy confided into this preacher, the reverend, and now they're stabbing each other in the back. I mean, when I saw that kind of social Darwinism, like that nothing was off limits, I was just, that was the final straw. That was it.
The final straw for me was there were a lot of people that were trying to be cool. Like, it's funny how like.
Oh, sorry, Butters. I gotta tell. I'm getting a phone call. I gotta leave real quick. Sorry.
All right. All right. So. Is it safe to say that Ohio State is winningless? Yeah, I got to rewatch that Kaiju and CEO roast battle. I mean, I was involved, but I was just like, bro. I'll talk about my final straw. I think the final straw was like people like pretending to be cool and shit. For example, if you look at a guy like Nate Hawk and Raider Ben, even though Nate Hawk, I just can't kick it with people that pretend to be cool with people. I just can't. That's.
See, I've never dealt with the stuff that what you guys are telling me, and I really feel for you guys. The stuff that you had to deal with online is disgusting. In my part now, again, I don't know you guys personally, like outside of the YouTube world, but just talking to you guys are really good people. and I can feel it with your voice and how you feel, things. But in real life, I've had issues that I had to deal with, like who are my real friends. And besides the YouTube thing, that I'm glad I got to know a lot of the 49er people who are on YouTube, and I've learned how wow they are. And I'm like, you know what? We have all the content creators. We have the big ones, those in the middle, and everybody who wants to be the wannabes. And I say, you know what? I don't need these people. No disrespect. They're probably good people in real life, but no, I don't need them. The fans, I don't need them no more because, a lot of them have some distasteful stuff that I disagree with. But I like, I still like McNiner because he he's a good dude. Like I can tell, even though McNiner, that guy has a good heart because he sees good in everyone. He's always told me, that I'm a good person, and he's seen, when I was at my lowest, when I was having some issues with his friends who he still does shows with, who they don't talk to me no more. And so shout out to McNiner. Corey Davis, when he was alive, I say this to everyone. Corey sent everyone links. He didn't care who you were. He didn't care about if people had a beef. He will send you the link. And one time he told me, if they want to do a show and they don't want to invite you, I have a channel, John. You and I can hang out there for 3-4 hours. It's you and me. It made me tear up. The good man who he was. He saw good in everybody. Levi, I recently had a disagreement with him about, certain things. But for whatever the reason, he forgave me, even though I was out of line, And those are the good people who like me. And of course, YTC, TRL, all those guys, for whatever the reason, I appreciate that. And I'm grateful for it. And I don't know everyone personally. I know not everyone is my age. Some people are younger, some people are older. But respect to everyone who, for whatever the reason, has had my back. And I've told people I may not deserve it, but thank you. And that's why I have a bit of a soft spot for you guys, because even though, I may not be this internet person, like hanging on the internet, I'm a social person, but I do appreciate the way you took it into me. And the people who have wronged me, I'm like, hey, you know what? It is what it is. I don't hold grudges. I will say this as a joke. If you guys want to start problems in my real life, I wouldn't recommend it, because you're basically investing money, time, just to cause a problem. That shows the character of what kind of person you are when you try to make it from the internet to the real world. That's the scary part. And so I'm glad where I am right now. I'm working. I love my job. But at the end of the day, I feel for this stuff. YTC's told me the bullshit he had to deal with. TRL, one time he had a private conversation. I'm not going to reveal. But yeah, like all of you guys, have went through some tough stuff. And, I feel for that. Anyway, sorry for that long explanation.
That's why TRL, like in the beginning, you saw he's like, shut the fuck up, Carcass, because he feels how I felt in that moment. Because I one thing that we don't like being called racist.
Okay,
shit.
I don't know if TRL is listening to this. I know he said he's playing Madden or NBA with RJ and Undisputed. And I'm gonna try to say this as very respectful as possible. Yes, TRL is from Arizona. Arizona's not California. I think they're a little bit more the opposite of California. And TRL is described as a light-skinned dude. I don't like using the word black, white is stupid, but that's what he is. TRL has never ever showed me any type of bias in his fiber of his bone. Now, he jokes around. He says stuff. He's honest. He tells the truth. It's better to know someone's honesty and the truth of who they are. And he said something that's really true. And this is the reason why I hate the term where like, oh, why are we picking on this people? No, we should not be doing that in general. There are bad people in the world. And in the words of my former coworker who was a friend of mine. Assholes and piece of shit garbage. And again, I'm trying to be really careful because I don't know who's watching. You get your ass beat up. I'm sorry. You don't mess with my friends. You don't mess with my peoples. Doesn't matter who you are, because I know who are good people, and I know who are bad people, and I will stand up for good people. Yes, there are things that divide us. There are things that divide us. It's true. We don't agree with the same thing. I disagree in a lot of stuff that you guys say, but that's called being a human being and a person with different opinions and ideas. Because if we all agreed in the same thing, this will be a boring world. And so I understand that there is a bias now, and I don't know when it started, but no one should ever feel like if you have an opinion that's controversial and they want you to say, shut the hell up because you don't fit the mold of what this no, fuck that. Fuck that. This is America, like my dad says and my grandpa. This is America. Speak your fucking mind. If someone gets butthurt about it, they're just a person that's just butthurt about it. That's why they came to this country, to speak their fucking mind. And my bad, Michael, but I understand now as an adult. When I was a kid, I said, oh, no, let's be nice. Let's no. When you're a little kid, you know, you don't understand. When you start to grow up, that's why when you start to mature and learn about the world, then you're able to speak up. And so, yeah, I that's why I popped in when TRL got really upset. I said, what does that even have to matter? Anyway.
Yeah, because Cardcast had obviously brought up all that who's the cop that killed George Floyd? I forgot his name.
Of course, like no powerful person should ever abuse their power. I think that's more common sense. No one should abuse their power. Like, say if I'm a judge or a lawyer or a politician and I abuse my power and I degrade someone who doesn't look like me, that's bullshit and disgusting mentality. But it happens not just to one people, it happens to everyone. My buddy who is a poli-sci, he basically teaches at City College, political science. It's called poli-science. And he gets always harassed by his students because he teaches poli-science the correct way. The difference between, because me and him are from, he always says this, okay, I'm getting a young person. I'm a person that's the word minority. And you're telling me that I don't know what struggle is. And so a lot of the students who bitch and moan about that, but he tells the truth. And some people, I tell people, maybe poli-science is not for you if you cannot handle the truth. Like, shout out to Bill Maher. Before 2020, I didn't know who Bill Maher was, but when he's talking about where there's people who go to these Ivy League colleges for comedians and they're being censored for jokes, where a liberal college professor who's teaching criminal justice to teach how to defend people from bigotry and hatred, where he gets silenced by his university for teaching students to stop it. It really shows you where we are in society, where the good people
they want to program people. They don't want to teach. Yeah. When I went to school, I was taught to think critically and for myself. Of course, you had that one person who would bring something up, but that was few and far between. Teachers taught people how to think for themselves, how to think critically. Most of the time, you agree with the teachers because that's just better for your overall grades. People like to be when you agree with them more than disagree with them. So, but now, political science. Traditional political science is no longer traditional political science, like you said, like your friend was saying, who teaches at a city college, because the college students that were raised, in the era of, the woke, they are the generation of the woke, the late 90s babies, the early 2000s babies. They are the generation that just can't accept empirical truth, and they take it to a morality level where Has he been like threatened that he's immoral for not agreeing with his students over something?
Maybe.
Yeah, like when my buddy who he gets in arguments all the time because and again, I try my best not to say that like if you're from a working class, there's certain things called working class suburbs and the normal suburbs. There in San Francisco, there's a lot of working class suburbs, like neighborhoods that look really decent, but the people who live there are like working. Like you see a lot of like construction trucks. You see a lot of delivery vans, things like that.
Yeah.
Things like that. The matriarch of the house, like those women who are powerful women who their kids are afraid of, and they're at the home. I grew up in a place like that. And so, but those parents teach their kids, bust your ass, work your ass off. We're not going to sugarcoat it for you. We're going to yell at you. We're going to discipline you. We're going to be tough at you because we love you enough that we don't want you to do what we did. And so those families don't concern themselves. And again, I don't want to bring up like people who come from other countries. They care more about their kids going to college, going to school, and bettering themselves because where they come from.
Truth.
And they don't understand this concept. Like if my grandfather was alive right now, and he would not understand all these words, whoa, cancel. He would not understand it because he's like, well, when I was a kid, work hard, bust your ass off, discipline your family, do the gritty, grindy work. That's the American concept. And so for him, he would be very confused. But he can also be like, oh, crap, we cannot mess with him because he had a bit of a Italian, but a more of like a brownish complexion because of my great grandparents, where they came from. Mm-hmm. So he would be an old man, and they would say, oh, maybe he's a black man, so and he's an old black man. So people get afraid with that. And so you see these technically spoiled rich ass motherfuckers who,
and they're the most racist of them all.
And it's just hilarious. And I am so glad that I never had that mindset in me, because imagine if that was taught into me, I would be probably the biggest jerk on the planet, and I would be bullying people and being assholes. And so again, I'm glad that I'm not that. If anyone ever tries to argue with me, I will debate them, and they go, oh, you're out of touch, you don't know shit. Okay, whatever. Maybe you don't know shit. And so
I know. Yeah, that's what I usually tell
me. But I have friends, because I went to high school. We had the most diverse. We had a lot of white students, and they're the ones who were always picked on. And the funny thing about it, the black dudes would go, hey, why you messing with my, like the term, why you messing with my white brother? Huh? And, oh my gosh, oh man, the black man's scared, he's scaring us to walk away.
Whoever John, I don't know, I would say this is the last thing. He said word.
Yeah. So
I guess he agrees with what we're saying.
I know. And so that was my school. Like the Samoans, who are the most nicest, quiet people. Like, yes, they have those big bodies, and they would scare you. They were like, hey, John, what's up, buddy? Hey, you want us to get you some McDonald's? Do you want some pizza? Oh, my mom wants to feed you. Like they were like that. They would take care of you. And they're like, hey, why are you messing with our white Samoan brother? Because that's how they are. That's how they are. They fight for you. And
they're family, really family based, which is something I really like about them. Yeah.
That's the reason why, there are a lot of like mixed people in the Bay Area because we don't care about that bullshit. Unfortunately, and I've said this, and I've gotten my ass in trouble many times. The people who came from the East Coast, like people say, like, come over here, they bring their ideas and, the way of life over here. And so, like I was telling YTC and Kenny, the New York or the New Jersey that they know, that's not what it is anymore, because it's changed. There are people that's also going over there and changing the culture of what it was. The same thing over here. And so, yes, is California a BS state that sucks? Yes, as a person who lives here. But it was not like that. It was not like that. It wasn't. People loved coming here. Like I remember when I was in elementary school, and a lot of the teachers were like, "So many people want to live out here. Many tourists, oh, we don't want to leave. We love it here." Now, it's not what
I have my Cali Exodus plan that I wrote down. Step by step. It sucks, but I just can't afford to live here if I want to, live comfortably. You know what I mean? I'll eventually get older, and I have physical limitations that are going to require, me having to spend some, get some surgeries, done and clean up some stuff. So I won't be able to afford that if, money, if the buying power of the dollar in California is, worthless. And that's what sucks because I was born here. I'm a native Northern Californian. I've lived in Mountain View, Berkeley, Oakland, San Francisco, Livermore, and I know all how culturally rich the Bay Area is, musically, artistically, cuisine, and it sucks because you're right. People from the East Coast came over here with their politics and completely changed the state. For example, I know this one woman. She's a friend of my mom. She claims not to be an elitist snob. She lives in a house in Oakland that she didn't buy herself, that she got because she divorced her ex-husband now. And so she's living extremely comfortable, getting alimony. And she was like, I don't understand why Milo Yiannopoulos is saying all of these things. I mean, he's gay, and I feel so bad for trans people. And I'm kind of like looking at her like, you have your priorities completely screwed up. She is actually from Philadelphia. That's why my mom and her like bonded, because they were both from the East Coast when they met each other out here in Berkeley. But yeah, she's like that a lot. I call it the Great Asshole Migration. When in the 60s, all the drugs, if you come to California, be sure to wear some flowers in your hair. So it was it was like the 1849, the big gold rush. Well, in the 60s, you had the big hippie rush, and in the 80s, you had the big startup and tech rush. All of those things severely changed the identity of Northern California to a worse degree, in my opinion. I liked the fact that Castro Valley was once a tough working class area. I liked the fact that Mountain View used to be semi working class, but basically it was safe. So it was suburb safe, because I grew up in the 90s. So if you grew up in the 90s in like Mountain View, you could leave your kid out, for several hours. Nobody would mess with them, all that kind of stuff. So I know exactly what you're talking about. They screwed it up. It was like there was this perfect balance between, kind of like that, like that individual business entrepreneurial spirit, cutting edge California. We come up with all the great technology and all the cutting edge stuff, But now we come up with all the cutting edge retarded shit that is put into laws, in at a government level. All of this, rainbow stuff. I mean, I get it, not to, I know I'm kind of wrong. I get why they're doing it, but they've gone too far. And in the 90s, it was cool if you were like a gay dude who wasn't flaming. It was like, yeah, this guy's gay. It's like, Oh, all right. Like perfect. If you want perfect California, Mrs. Doubtfire was filmed in San Francisco in 1994. That is about as perfect of California in terms of the place's identity, the place's economy, everything. But just a nice, really pretty place to live. And then the late 90s came, and then social media really fucked it up. Really fucked it up. And the gaming industry. Don't forget the gaming industry is all out here. And what does the gaming industry do? They don't want artists. They want people who know how to code, how to put numbers in a fucking computer. They don't know how to tell a story. They wouldn't know how to write a story if I kicked their ass with one. So it sucks, but you really can't go home again. Like I visited my old house that I used to live in from my parents' downsizing, and it's been completely rebuilt, like bougie. They added a second story to it. And get this, the guy put a Tesla electronic car charger in his driveway. So you really can't go home again. All you have is your memories. And you just have to look forward to in the future of making good memories, going into the future. So you don't have to always look in the past for that good era that you're always trying to chase. Because it'll make you miserable if you keep, wishing one thing and knowing it's never going to happen. Basically. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Safe to say a lot is winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm very progressive, because again, I did grow up in like what would be considered like a Hispanic, Latino, Argentinian, like very old school minded, and they have certain aspects that are not progressive, of course. Okay. And just there are a lot of cultures like that. There are a lot of cultures that don't understand that. And of course, they do have very strong leanings that are not acceptable. We live in America where, people are who they are, and, we have to protect them. But I did have an old school grandpa who was open-minded and understood people behavior. And he was not a psychologist. He just understood that maybe some men are flamboyant. And when he was a young boy, he had a lot of friends who were known as flamboyant men who are flamboyant, very dressy, groomed themselves, had like a British
pretty
way.
boys,
That's pretty boys, and they lived with roommates and friends, and they would say, "This is my closest friend. We're roommates." And the mother's like, "You're such a good boy that all the women like you." That's how they were. And they're like, Mom, that's not true, like that. And they lived solitary lives by themselves. That's how it was. And so the point is that even today, men who are like that, women, they live private lives. They don't want people. They hide. They still hide in the shadows. Of course, they interact, and we would not know. What made it a problem goes back to corporate. When all the corporate and all these stupid things trying to kiss their ass, their. That's the problem. Like it wasn't like, hey, the world's changed. No. The same thing. I like someone tells me, I would like to live a solitary life if I'm able to do that, and just like hide myself in a room, because that's and I'm cool with that. Like a monk. Most people want to live solitary lives. The people who want to are those people who are egotistical, arrogant. Look at me, accept me. Look, those are the ones who are assholes. It goes back to rich people. It's like the British society. Those are the people who have corrupted everything. And that's what has happened. Because if you talk to normal people who are like that, they will be like, I have roommates. I don't know. I have roommates. They will still lie to you. They will still lie. The ones who are, they just want to be left alone. And like my grandfather, he learned that they're just people who want to be left alone. Leave them alone. But they're forcing people to be bravado and all that stuff. That's the problem. And the young generation, they're entitled. It's this entitled, mentality, and corporate companies who are like, hey, look at us, we're good people.
It's that DEI money too. So they get in bed with the diversity, equity, and inclusion money from the government. They've been appealing to the woke for the last decade or two, and nobody goes and sees those movies, but they're mad that there isn't a black Spider-Man or a black Superman or a female this or that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But they're the ones who never watch the movies, but they get a say.
Yeah.
And so how that happened was, I don't know. I don't know how it happened, but I did notice that when this started happening, there were way more women in charge of film studios than there were in past years. Just a lot more of a matriarchal power, and there's good types of matriarchal power. I'm not saying a matriarchal system is inherently bad. What I will say, because like your family, for instance, your mom, the matriarch, that's a respected position. Want to know why? Because she's a matriarch of a family. She's raised children. She's a mother. She knows. She's not always going to be. She didn't bully the boys, to make a point, right? She treated you all equally, right? So at the end of the day, you have these idiot people running who have all the legal control over an intellectual property, and the former fans of the intellectual property, who need that for their escapism, who need that, who it's like their dog or their pet that comes to greet them when they get home from work at the end of the long day. They've taken that away from us, destroyed it, and then pissed on its corpse in front of us. That's what some of those things were for me. You know what I mean? Getting my imagination of reading a comic book or something, and they destroyed it because they had to. They just wanted to flex their power. They were in power, so they made Wonder Woman really fat for a couple of issues, and that was canceled. So I'm just truly sick of the influx of, and this isn't liberalism. This is because I know what a liberal is. And it's funny when I hear people calling liberals now like libtards and everything like that. It's like those same people would consider themselves liberal if this was like 2000. The political rug shifted really, really quickly in like less than 10 years. So basically, if you were a moderate Democrat in 2000, a moderate Democrat in 2000, let's say, now you would be considered conservative, if not alt-right. See, they pulled the political spectrum so far to the left, the Democrats, that they left me behind, they left other people behind, because traditional democratic values were always protect the working class, protect working families, protect the unions, make sure the economy works to grow the middle class, protect the environment, make sure we have clean, safe drinking water, hold corporations accountable for their effects on people. If there was an explosion or if they got caught with nuclear waste, that's what they and especially what they stood for the most was freedom of speech in spite of everything. Now they're the exact almost opposite. They've become authoritarian bullies trying to push that, trying to push their version of what, and their version is socialism. It's socialism, and all of the South American people who are coming to this country, they're all fleeing from socialist-run governments who are authoritarian, who the people voted for on maybe the basis that they would serve the people. Nope.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, I never lived through the Spanish Inquisition, so I don't know. But there is far right authoritarianism, right? And that would be where I would say Iran would be a far right authoritarianism, because they're really religious, like to the point where they stone women to death, and they want to wipe the Jews off the face of the earth. So that's what I would call an extreme right in terms of the religious authoritarianism. Now, on the far left, you've got these other forms of of coercion, cancel culture, woke ideology, identity politics, intersectional politics. All of this gobbledygook they talk and probably use as a prerequisite at UC Berkeley, they've been programmed 20 years, and these are the kids who are going to be making a lot of big decisions, because they're the ones who are going to be in the government when we're, senior citizens. Especially John and me, because I'm not that older than John, to be honest. So I do worry. And
Awesome kid.
can somebody tell me what's a Buckeye? A Buckeye is the type of deer. All right, I'm back. What happened? I don't know.
So a Buckeye, he's talking about Ohio State Buckeye. It's a type of nut.
Oh, it's a nut.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why, like, when you look at the mascot, like the head of it, like people like wondering, well, what is that? And so apparently in Ohio, I found this out. There's a special tree that grows a Buckeye. Now I don't know what a Buckeye is. Like, I don't know if you eat it. I don't know if it's like just a nut that squirrels eat or whatever. But it's a weird nut. And so
yeah,
it's hilarious how a university decided, hey, let's call ourselves after a nut.
Still better than Stanford. Stanford named themselves after freaking trees, but they called themselves the Cardinals. But there is no tree called the Cardinal.
I know, like, one time TRL was like, hey, why the hell did you say F the Cardinals? Oh, he said, no, I'm talking about a Stanford Cardinal.
Yeah.
And TRL was a little bit confused. Said, isn't a cardinal a bird? And then Tommy, basically, who likes Stanford for some reason,
Tommy,
was telling TRL, there is a type of tree called a cardinal, because when you look at the mascot, a lot of people wonder, if they're called a cardinal, shouldn't they be a bird? Why do they have a tree? And so for those who don't know, there's a tree called a cardinal.
So there is a tree.
Yeah.
Wow. Because if you look at the tree, it looks just like a normal redwood. Not just, it doesn't look anything out of the ordinary, so to speak. You've seen the brand, the logo of the tree for Stanford, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, they're weird. They're weird at Stanford.
Yeah. So.
Yep.
Well, for now 4 seasons, Cal holds on to the axe, the Stanford axe.
Hell yeah! Let's keep
so
that.
We get to mock them, even though. Well, actually, they also had a bad year, so I'm happy about that. We beat them to have the axe, and we made it to back-to-back bowl games. So Hopefully, the program's direction continues to go.
Jesus.
But Wilcox really needs this team to get above just the bowl eligible, because he also lost the quarterback. Apparently, our quarterback is going to the transfer portal. I don't know what team he's going to go to, so that's a huge, knockout for us. Our linebacker, our like top defensive guy, he's leaving, and a few other players as well on the defense are leaving. And I hate the transfer portal.
Me too. If you're at a community college or a state college, I get it. Transfer portal, you want to go to a UCLA or a UNC or one of the big Ohio State. So I get that, but you're already at UC Berkeley in their football program. Why do you even have the opportunity to do a transfer to another school? That seems so fucking ass backwards.
So basically, in 2014, so there was always a transfer portal, but most people who would transfer were like, more for like, oh, I'm transferring from this university to go to this program because this program has my major, my college stuff. But there was also athletes who basically a certain school did not have, so they would transfer. And so that's what used to happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So then quarterbacks basically were like, all right, I made a Division I program, and basically they used it to attract the bigger programs to look at them. So what happens now is that fresh high school seniors are at the bottom of the totem pole. They used to be like, they would commit, they would develop them by their sophomore year, they would take over the reins if they were really good. Now those freshmen have to go to Division III, Division II, the FBS level, just to get their name out there. So all the high school guys go to the lower divisions. The freshmen who are really, really, really good, they go to the conference, the group of five, Mountain West, AAC, Conference USA, to get scouts to see them.
Right.
Then they go to the lower programs of the power schools and the power conferences. If they play really, really good, oh, I'm going to transfer to this bigger school. And so now quarterbacks who are entering the draft are now 24, 25 years old because of the new rule that happened after 2021, where now you have now a 6 year of eligibility. It used to be that like your freshman year was your redshirt year, and you were eligible for 5 full years.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can redshirt your first year as a freshman, and then redshirt your sophomore year. And by the time you're now a junior, you're technically a second year freshman. It's these stupid college rules, and I could go for hours. I could do like an 8-hour podcast just about college football, all the BS. And so, unfortunately, all the quarterbacks who are in these power schools are at the top have been in college for 3-4 years, grinding their butts to be given that opportunity to be showcased. So these players know what they're doing. They may not all get NIL money, but playing at the top programs is the best way to get into the NFL now. And so other programs are basically what used to be more competitive are now just tools now for the bigger schools. And
it's like they're like regional airports compared to like big international airports, so to speak. So if they want to get to that international airport, they have to take a little, puddle jumper, which is a slang term for like a propeller aircraft, to a landing strip of a bigger airport to officially get onto that flight to the big school. Is essentially what I'm getting at. It's just a way for them to, get to that level. And I guess my reaction is, well, shit. I mean, who's going to brag about, getting a degree from The Ohio State when The Ohio State is basically a football team with some academics? All of these teams. I would never want the Ohio State, Georgia, Texas, Tennessee. I mean, yeah, their degrees, whatever. I would rather have a UC Berkeley degree. I would rather have a Harvard degree. I would rather have a degree. At least I know that I got a good education and that I can say I can look back on and basically say, listen, I got to have the best time in my life learning all of the stuff I've always wanted to learn without anybody having to tell me to stick to any particular issue. Because this is why, uh, all right, full disclosure, I went to UC Berkeley. Yep, that's why they're my second team. So, yep.
So
I love Cal. It's one of the most beautiful campuses you could ever walk on.
Mm-hmm. I haven't been there since 2014 when I was watching a Cal versus UCLA game.
Yeah. I tried to. I wanted to go to the Notre Dame last year's Notre Dame Stanford game, or one of the years they played. Notre Dame plays Stanford, where they would come to Stanford, because who's coming out to watch that game, Joe Montana. So I always go there hoping to see if I can see Joe anywhere, especially if Notre Dame. It's Notre Dame, shit. But yeah, I'm from Berkeley.
Yep. Look at all the Tennessee fans are like, crap, we suck.
If Ohio State if Ohio State scores 50, I'm ending the stream.
Well, this game has been over a long time ago.
I know, but I even kind of feel bad.
I don't. They chose to be there. They're out in the cold.
There's a reason why the BCS system, which everyone criticized, oh, it's not fair. It's not fair. Well, it's not supposed to be fair, you idiot. Was more better because you got to see competitive football games and all the games, the Rose Bowl, the Fiesta Bowl in Arizona.
They killed that.
The Cotton Bowl. For those who don't know, now they moved it from the Cotton Bowl Stadium to Jerry's World. Dude, so Jerry's World.
That's blasphemous.
Okay,
Cal played in Texas.
Yeah, Cal played in the Jimmy Kimmel Bowl, which is called the LA whatever Bowl.
And, I saw that.
And Jimmy Kimmel, who invested $50 million, it's just racking up that money like once a year. Basically, it's an investment. And so the sponsorships and the money, of course, the university, they get their cut for playing these bowl games. The advertisers, they get their cuts. But Jimmy Kimmel also like basically recuperates, a lot of the money he invested, I think in 2019 when he started that thing. And so,
wow.
Yeah. And so it used to be like this. Of course, the Rose Bowl, the Fiesta Bowl, which was in Arizona. Mm-hmm. Of course, the Cotton Bowl. Of course, the Peach Bowl and the Sugar Bowl, which I think one was in New Orleans and one was in Georgia.
Florida, I think.
And of course, the Orange Bowl, which was the Prestige Bowl. And so basically the BCS, what they did was those locations, they put the top 10 schools. Now, the number 1 and number 2 schools would always play a round robin. So every year you had parity. And so you were able to get the best teams, and you also allowed every conference to have an opportunity. So in the Rose Bowl, USC would always play because, they were the good team at the time, and they would play good teams like Michigan, Ohio State, Wisconsin. Or if there was a number 2 team that was like from the SEC, ACC, you would have great competition. So you would always have representation. The problem was, it's not fair. It's not fair. The top 10 schools playing a championship bowl game, and you're bitching and moaning.
Oh, guess who's late to the party?
So
you missed a lot.
I don't care. Maybe because I got better things to do.
Oh wow, we were just on this thing.
Oh my, yeah.
Hey, Spongy, change your profile pic, and so because I got some questions to ask him. See, Michael, you talk about people doxing you, but you also do the same thing.
I'm not talking. Well, I didn't dox no one's family.
Okay, whatever. Never mind. Never mind that I brought it up.
Thank you.
Okay, what do you want, bozo?
Oh, damn.
Nothing.
Okay, continue on, John Jay.
What's up, Sponge?
What's up?
Let me guess. You were outside touching grass. Something Michael doesn't do. Damn, I'm sorry.
I was actually on the phone with my friend. Something I have and Michael doesn't.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
How would you know, Michael? Do you know? Do you live nearby him?
No. He doesn't have any friends. That's why
he does.
Joe, or actually, Michael, my Snapchat friends list would say otherwise.
Also,
boy, Snapchat.
And my second IG account would say otherwise as well.
Also, I don't want to say this because I don't want to be like saying stuff, but a while ago, Spongy sent me a picture which I would never ever show because I'm not you, Michael. Now I think I deleted it, so I don't even have it no more. But there was a picture of him with friends.
How much did you pay them?
Of friends who are boys and girls. So Spongy has a variety of friends. I just want to let you know that. Anyway.
Are we sure, or did your parents pay them to?
Oh, that's messed up.
I didn't even want to be in the photo.
Hey, we'll give you money.
Michael.
Just be.
Oh damn! Spongy's like you shut the hell up.
Oh, I'm so offended. I'm so offended.
Scram! I wish I never joined you.
And in the words, and shout out to Gavin, the middle finger upside down basically means good shit.
Yeah, well, I didn't do it upside down, you bozo.
Yes, you did. We all saw it.
No,
You did. You did the middle finger upside down.
Oh my god, you are actually brain dead.
Hey, that's his way. That's his way in Wales.
You're hard headed.
Oh, I'm hurt. Oh, I'm really hurt.
Did your dad drop you as a kid?
Curry bounced the fuck back. Holy shit.
Oh,
Michael, did your parents drop you when you were a baby?
Whoa.
I could say the same thing to you.
Whoa.
Maybe that explains why you have CTE.
No, hold on. No, see, that would mean that I'm dumb. But yet again,
whoa. So you just admit that you are dumb.
No, that's not
yeah, I heard that, you dumb fuck.
No, he admitted that if you're dropped on your head as a baby, you'll turn out dumb.
That's not what he said, Michael.
And how? Okay.
Yeah, that
Sentinel is correct.
That is confirmed. Yeah, they did drop you on your head because you're dumb.
Let me talk for a minute.
If
I was dumb, then why would I be getting a $3,000 academic scholarship?
Oh, no, I don't believe that.
Oh, wow.
You want to see the papers? Oh, no, I'm not going to show you because you would completely dox me.
Yeah, don't show any information. You don't know. There's some numbers and some identification information you're not fully familiar with yet that your parents need to teach you, and Michael could easily take advantage of that.
I want to debunk something that was said. It's not necessarily if a child is dropped on the head that they're going to have like any type of neurological problems when they grow up. The skull is a very strong thing. Now, I'm not saying drop people on the head for fun. I'm saying that it takes a lot more serious to develop neurological problems, because I've been hit in the head many times wearing a baseball helmet. I was born technically, with my disabilities, but I did not develop that stuff being hit in the head with a baseball. I was also on a football team. It was a junior varsity, not the varsity.
Ooh.
And I was a lot on special teams, and I can confirm most concussions happen during special teams. So that bullshit that the NFL, I used to get rattled in the head a lot, and I would get dizzy. Now, I didn't play football a very, very long time, but most of my head injuries were baseball related. And sometimes I would slide head first, and my head would hit the knee or the cleats of the
baseman, yeah.
So, okay. Now, if you get hit in the head like so many times, like a boxer, most boxers by the time they're in their 40s, they're a bit slower neurologically when they're talking.
So they're basically like Michael, but when they
like Michael. Spongy, this is why you don't have any friends and you're obsessed with me.
Damn.
Oh man, and actually, my friends.
Listen, Spongy. You just go out, do stuff, find better hobbies.
Know about
you have to have better hobbies.
You guys are like both pit bulls who are like fighting, and like your jaws are locked together.
I honestly.
You'll never like let each other go.
So that's about it.
Yeah.
Like Michael, you were actually brain dead as a
also,
human being.
Also, in the words of Levi, because I know Michael's never in the Jackbox, and Levi has said this. Spongy is a top dog at his school, in the words of Levi.
Yeah.
I think Kenny said there was supposed to be Jackbox tonight.
All right, let me go.
I mean, Kenny. Did I say Kenny or Levi?
Yeah. On
Grimmy's. Yeah, what time?
She went live like a few hours ago. She still might be on.
I know I think she probably goes on for like 3 hours.
I think she goes on for a little bit.
Ducks.
Grimmy, come on.
Ohio State got the Ducks season.
What's her channel name?
Let me see.
It's Grim Reaper. It's Grim Reaper something.
I'll tell you.
The only Grim Reaper I know is the band and.
Yeah, and rest in peace to
Ricky Henderson
as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is Grimmy. This is all one word, capital G. Grimmy Reaper, capital R.
Okay.
SYN, capital S.
SYN, capital N.
No, capital
S. Thank you. That totally worked.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
Is she still on?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go over there. This game is over. Thanks for having me on, buddy.
I might as well.
Yeah, Michael, you're a bozo, and no one likes your stream.
No, shut the fuck up.
Well,
hey, I can start.